I've just released the soundtrack. So we can go live anytime you want, whenever you're ready, I guess.
I've hit the button. We live.
Okay. All right then. That's even better. All right. So let's check on our feeds.
There's a first response from somebody on a YouTube.
Okay,
all right. Steam won't. Do you see us streaming on Steam in the store page?
Hold on, let me check.
And here we go. We have people piling into the chat.
All right, you know what? They're here, and yeah, it's live on the store page. So the folks that are here can, they're here for the minute. I'm going to click the button. So I'm going to click the button that releases Creep World 4, and then it's up to Steam what happens next. So I'm clicking the button now. A whole, looks like 2 minutes early by my watch, which isn't right.
It's 2 minutes early by the time I have on the page.
Right, and it confirms, publishes release Creep World 4. Hit the button, then you have to type a magic phrase in.
The magic phrase is abracadabra.
It's called release my app. You have to type that in to a confirmation dialog. Make sure I spelled it right. Okay, and then hit the button, and then I wait. This can take 60 seconds or more.
Well, I don't know how to fade it out, so this is just going to die.
So when if you're seeing my little video, this is what the face of a developer who's worked on a game for 4 years in a franchise that's 11 years old. This is what that face looks like when he's watching a spinning icon on Steam after he's hit the button. And this is what his face looks like after that spinning icon goes away and it says that it has completed successfully.
Do the happy dance.
Yeah, all right. So good. Assuming it's not lying to me.
So some other people see what we're seeing now.
Now I go check. Okay, and it can take 10 minutes for this to spread across Steam. 15 I've seen with some other people's launches. If somebody sees it show up for purchase, then maybe they can let us know.
So I think I just brought the Steam people into this. Somebody can let me know. I know that I'm streaming it. I'm at least streaming my desktop. If you guys go to a YouTube channel or the store channel, you get a composite stream. I'm not smart enough to figure out how to do a composite stream to Discord. So if you get the poor man's version of my desktop. And Knucklecracker, if you think this is degrading the quality or anything, let me know.
Okay, everything looks pretty good so far.
And I see the first message that says he sees it for purchase.
Okay, all right, well.
And somebody, Jonathan Pruto, says he has bought it, and Horeb said installing.
All right, awesome. Well, what was it Caesar said when he crossed the Rubicon? The die is cast.
Lots of people are buying it. Lots of people are installing it.
All right. Well, there it is.
So, guys, shall we play or shall we wait for somebody else to play? Or
no, I'll go ahead and play. There's some folks that are stuck at somewhere on their phones and.
Okay, I'm not going to play. Let's play a daily game, or shall we play Did the daily games have the anti-creeper breeder terrain in it, the flip breeder?
Flip? I'm not sure they. Well, the edge. They have it on the edge, right?
Or was it just the Mark 5s?
I don't remember. The Chronoms have it on the edge. There's
Well,
usually
I've
always
been
one edge.
playing a couple of Chronoms that did not have it. That's why
Okay.
I'm asking you.
Okay. Let's take a quick peek.
That's 2 days ago. Let's play today's. In honor of today, let's play today's. See,
All
there
right.
is.
I don't see any there.
Yes, none. And I like
Okay.
it. So I'm going to go back and see if it's in the Mark Fives.
Let's see, I need to get my chats.
Yeah, you may have to be looking at that. It's so fast, there's no way that you can be looking at the chat. I'll take a medium map size of competent enemies with average resources and passive eggs. Wow, it looks like an interesting map. Now, how do I apply and play?
I like island maps like that. I like where there's a body of void.
You know, I wonder if something didn't go wrong in the Chronom generation. Is it possible?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it I can check, but it might be on a random cycle.
Okay, that's also possible. And
So
Sully Scout has bought it in Sully Skull. Sorry, has bought it in Germany. He says.
cool. Yeah, yeah. The Europe is I guess what is it? We're time GMT -5 or 6. So yeah, it's after hours there, right? So after work and school hours. So it's evening there.
And somebody says his son will buy and install it in the morning.
Cool. Yeah, much appreciated.
So do you hear the sound of a cash register in Steam?
Well, you know, a lot of people ask me, "Oh, you must make a lot of money making games," and I'm like, "Well, you know, imagine if you worked at a job and you got paid not once every 2 weeks or once a month, but every 4 years." Yeah.
So I'm thinking, am I going to start here and jump across, or am I going to start here and battle my way across? Very interesting choices.
Your music might be a little up, a little much. Let's see what your levels are. Well, not really. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
I'll trim this back a tiny bit just in case as well.
You know, one thing I need to check is it's not just available on Steam, it's also available on GOG. And
I'll check on GOG.
I should check that. Let's see what those guys are up to.
Did you give them a time?
I did, and it was now. So it is there, and it is on sale.
Yay! The GOG guys have been good, right? Responsive and very helpful.
They were very helpful, very responsive. Yeah.
And other than different than Steam, I should say, you actually got to talk to people. More personal service.
Yeah, in fact, you have to talk to people to get some stuff done. And so that's good. Yeah. It's.
I love the first comment I remember about gameplay was somebody saying it was power stalling. Thinking about it, I don't want to be. If I just bought the game, I wasn't going to sit here and watch other guys play it or talk about it. I'm going to be out there playing it, right?
Well, yeah. A lot of folks can't buy it right this second, though. They're sitting at school and they're sneaking a look at their phone, or they're at work in a boring meeting.
Oof!
Or at their desk.
Boring meeting.
They're on a conference call. Not that I ever did anything like that. I'm just, hypothesizing. Just I've heard that folks do that.
It's possible.
Yeah.
But no conscientious employee would ever do that. Right. Right.
All right, I've got this feeling that I've forgotten to do something. Let me check my list. I launched the soundtrack, launched the game. That's the important part. The bundle, if people want to buy the soundtrack and game together, that's live. The universal bundle should be there. People want to buy absolutely everything all at once for a discount. I guess that's it.
Oh, you know what I don't have on this island is ARG, Redon.
Oh, you're gonna have to.
I'm gonna have to build a port or two.
You'll have to defend.
I'm gonna send a porter across.
Sort of the old-fashioned way until you get that up and going. A few mortars stuck around.
Build a porter on that side to bring the stuff back. I want him to bring Redon back. I want to make him bring small loads back because then I don't have to sit there for a long time. I hope I get. I really wasn't. It's not really smart, is it? Anyway, we're just playing for fun. Oh, I have a lot of urns. I've got 8 urns. I could build a portal and I could upgrade some weapons.
Oh, I have forgotten to do one small thing.
What on earth was that? Tell us.
Well, other than making everything live, which was my focus, I've forgotten to send out a tweet.
Oh,
right?
yes.
It's the most important thing in the world these days, right?
An announcement.
Matters of state are settled on Twitter, so if it's not on Twitter, it's not happened yet, right? So, yes. I guess I have to do this.
Yes. Vinny G says that bundled is not up on in Brazil yet.
The soundtrack / game bundle, I guess.
Yes, yes.
All right, I hit the button, but it can take.
He said the individual components were for sale.
Right. Yeah, it can take. They say 15 minutes.
Alpha Strategy says he bought it on GOG, so good. GG.
Yep.
Now, you know what I'm going to do now is now that I should actually use the Redon, right? I think that's my first load of Redon just came in. And now I can build some... first thing I want to build is a couple of missiles to protect me. And then I guess I should have had snipers by now, a long time ago. Don't know where the enemy's going to come from. I think I said moderate eggs, so I shouldn't be too worried about eggs. Last time you and I had a stream together, we messed around with that little the blit raster, didn't we?
I believe so. Yeah. The raster that ultimately.
Did I do the display with my alphabet thing where it can write on it? Or
I think you did. I think you did.
Just do the graphic where it was like a radar scanner of the topology.
Yeah, I think you did both. It was a sweep type thing, and those RPL APIs are still all there for doing that. Of course, I formalized it, and it ended up maturing and turning into what's now a little mini map down there, which is ended up being an important part of the game, I think.
Yeah. What else do I want to do here? As soon as I have a lot of, I'm going to build a micro rift so my porters are relieved of duty. But to do that, I'm going to have to send another porter over to the other side. Where's porters? Porters are here. And another porter that carries 50 of ARG. And he's going to come here and build a micro rift.
So you're getting some energy there, and you're going to need some weapons there very soon.
Weapons.
At least probably a couple mortars, a couple cannons.
Going to hook up all these guys I should have hooked up a while back.
Someone asked if the demo is still playable. Yeah, the demo remains.
Demo is just a little cut back though, right?
It's cut back a little bit. I had to do that to sync it up with the way achievements work in the game. So the demo is the first 5 missions of the story. And there used to be some bonus missions in there. All those missions got updated slightly and moved into the full game, along with over 20 additional bonus missions in the full game. And then there's 20 story missions, and of course the random generator, the daily generator, and 5 pages of custom maps that are already there. So
5
probably
2 pages.
Yeah, well, it depends on your resolution.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, whatever it was. What was there? 20 maps, something like that.
I thought it was about 30 odd already.
Okay. There will be hundreds. There'll probably be thousands
We hope
in time. Yeah. Creep World 3 has. It's not a meme. It's the truth. It has over 9,000 custom maps in it now. So I hope Creep World 4 will, in the coming months and even years, pick up a lot of cool maps. There's already some cool maps there, so I have no doubt.
I still have oh, you know what? I never put any. I thought I built the portal. Where did I build the portal? I did not build the portal. Oh, it is. There it is. Fire range. Let's get some things going. Bolt speed, move speed. I don't need any energy. I can keep spare ends for that.
Yeah, it's a tough line you're holding right there. Yeah, another mortar wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I was just about to put another couple of mortars there. This mortar's already hurting you.
Yeah.
There we go. He's king. And here goes. Okay, this one I will kill. But this one is going to hit. Even, yeah, tough line, yeah. Let me get this guy upgraded. Where is this porter? I want these. Now that he has 3, he could probably take a little more.
Yay, there we go. I'm showing up on the store, front of the Steam store page now.
Daddy for you. Oof, and something died. Blobs, where's my snipers? I'm out of energy. I need another porter. One porter cannot feed all the mean, hungry masses here. More ported energy. Yeah, just get here. As soon as you can, buddy. As soon as you can.
Yeah. Oh my, yeah, it's getting a little tight there.
Well, I did want to play silly games. I get to play silly games.
Yeah, it's fall back.
Fall back. Oof. Okay, not much of it matters really. I have 2 porters feeding it now. I should be able to defend better. just need another
Right, you're
cannon. And maybe put up some snipers here. Yes, go ahead.
no. I was just looking. The ridge. You'll probably be able to hold your operations off the ridge. Are going to come under threat. There's a valley in the bottom right of the map right now, and on the bottom left, that's going to buffer some of it out for you. But
Yeah.
you're still starved on energy over there. It looks like.
The two porters working now? Yes, both of them are rushing as fast as they can.
It's a pretty heavy haul. It's a long distance. How many urns? You got one urn.
I'll build another porter. What will a port an urn do on a?
I think it might speed it up if you give it.
You don't. You didn't allow it to be added.
Okay. You could purchase the movement speed
I
upgrade.
did already.
Okay. All right.
I need a safe place to land this. Okay, there we go. Let's see what I can hold here.
I see a lot of congrats coming in, so thank you. Thank you to everyone who says congrats.
No, a guy with a name that I don't want to pronounce because I could mispronounce it.
Yeah.
Asked if there's an option to change the background. He's playing We Know Nothing right now. And no, unfortunately, you can't change the backgrounds.
Oh, do you mean the planet or the?
I assume so. Yes.
Yeah, that's a map option. I mean, you can bring up the editor and change it. Then you can't post to the play log. And there's 30 built-in planet backgrounds, and then the plasma background is the default. It's a map design thing. They vary by map.
I think I'm sort of maybe starting to hold this. Maybe I need another porter though. I don't know. These little guys are so busy. They're really running around like little bees here. Where's the microwave? Is it still being built or did it get destroyed?
No, it's up on the ridge right behind your earned cannon.
Oh.
Just they're very expensive.
Yeah, I don't really want to lose it.
Yeah, you're a fourth. You're 25% of the way in.
It would help if I can get more units up. This ridge is getting a little bit overcrowded. Yeah. Hey, I have a more urn, so let me give one of the mortar an urn as well, so you can fire into denser creeper.
You could see it being held back basically at the radius of that earned cannon. You have like a bowl.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Okay, so now I can just go back and get some more of this good stuff that I need. But I've been neglecting this other battle I have, yeah. I think I needed a sniper here just to be safe. I could have made this a lot easier if I started on here, but that wouldn't be half as much fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd be interested to know why that person wanted to change the background. Is it just, I can't remember the mission, do you? Is it the distracting background? Is that the lava background?
It's not the lava. I'm pretty sure it's not. Those are very late.
That pulses?
Those are late in the story. The one that's that move.
Okay. See, I'm not being kind to my energy resources here. And if I'm going to be like this, I should probably get a terp one here, smooth out this terrain, and build more energy. Control C to get the height. Okay, and there we go. Minus, minus, minus. So we get energy. I think right now I need energy more than anything else. And if I overbuild at this delicate junction in time, then I'll starve my weapons because I haven't turned smart off. Oh, I have a joke, but I don't know that it's appropriate for the audience. So I'm going to hold off. I have lots of incredibly inappropriate jokes, so probably better if I just not talk about my sense of humor. Do I have a missile? Did I lose my missile launcher here? Do you see a?
I'm not seeing one there. No.
I just hovered over the pass. Let them just switch off a bit.
Yeah, your one is probably enough, and a nearby because a nearby mortar can also.
There's so many units there. Yes.
Those are going to hit safely in the void, most of them anyway.
People that's sending you congratulations, by the way.
Yeah, much appreciated.
Oh, there are lots of things here to stop. Void incursions. This poor stash never had a chance. Let's see the fate of the blob.
Someone over on Steam chat asked how the creeper is rendered. It's a good question. It's a great question.
I'm not sure how to answer that question.
Well, they wanted to know, is it CPU, vertex, offsets, shader, all that? Because there are many options, and it's a little bit of both. The first thing to note, of course, is that the game itself, the game logic, almost all of it runs on the CPU. So the game has to know what the creeper value is every frame. But then there is this constantly deforming mesh that the GPU has to render. So the trick is how to get that information as tightly as possible to the GPU, the smallest amount of information to the GPU, so that it can then render that mesh appropriately and do its blending and all the many things it does. So it's a little of both, but it does have to send the creeper data to the GPU every frame. But it does that as efficiently as it can. There's a lot of technical stuff I don't want to go into on the stream, but that was one of the major research topics when I started the game, how to solve that problem, and I solved it 3 different ways over the course of development. Each time it got a little bit better.
Solved the problem 3 times, right?
Yeah. Because you may have seen this in other games that have large environments and stuff like that. They, of course, divide geometry up into sections or meshes so that they're not rendering everything all the time. But then you have to make the normals and stuff like that at the edges of those sections match. So there's different ways that can be done. And the Creeper World 4 solution is not the pinnacle of solutions. It is a solution, the best of the 3 that I developed in the course of the game. But it's still on my pad to research some other topics and to look at some other things for possible rendering solutions in other games that I'm working on next.
While you were talking, I saw something come through on the chat. I just want to give a shout out to Sophie the dog from South Africa that offered to buy the copy for twice as much.
No, cool.
Just tell her, just suggest to her that maybe she gives one to a friend, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, if you buy 2 copies, give one away.
Then you fulfill your obligations, Sophie. And thank you very much for the kind words.
Yeah, the sentiments very, very much appreciated. Yeah, as are the purchases.
All purchases.
Yeah.
No purchase is too small. Man, I need to get... Okay, I got this. I got the urn out. Now, I want to get this guy. How much does this guy have to go still? Oh,
almost 8. It's almost done, so it's almost
so
there.
That little load that's coming in, you'll be done. And you'll see a complete... Oh, it's all only energy pot. Here comes... Where is my...
It's right next to it. It's just not.
Bob killed me.
Oh yeah.
I left my snipers on the back. Okay, took one of my best mortars as well. And I think
Someone wants to know who is the distinguished gentleman who is playing this game.
he's a
K75, right?
yeah.
Who's been seen on the
Woof woof.
on the forums and Discord for years.
It's like a melody that lingers on and on and on. Don't leave the game, but right.
So now, this is a joke, of course, but so you're the distinguished gentleman. What does that make me?
I have I have a good joke.
Okay, all right.
This labor inspector goes to the game developer studio. I make this joke up just for you. I'm changing the context.
Okay, yeah.
He says, "I've heard complaints that you underpay your staff." He says, "No, I don't think so, but you're free to interview them." He says, "Well, who have you got?" He says, "Well, I've got Jack, the graphics artist, and I pay him a commission per piece, so and so much, whatever, $200 a piece." Well, so that sounds okay. And who else? I've got Millie, my composer. I pay her $50 a minute of music. That sounds fair enough as well. He says, "Who else have you got?" "Well, I've got the game developer, and he works here for lunch money." He says, "I need to interview him." He said, "What do you mean interview? You've been talking to me for 20 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Yep. Yeah, the only job where it's legal to pay your employees slave wages or less than minimum wage is the job where you're your own boss. Yeah, exactly.
So that's what you are. You're the guy.
I'm the guy. Yeah, exactly.
You're the guy that has to take all the comments when people say they don't like the graphics, and you have to smile and take it.
I smile. Yes. Thank you very much for your feedback. You're right. I'll try harder next time.
No, we decided you're going to say that you own the graphics. We like it.
Yeah. It's on purpose. Everything you see is 100% on purpose.
Did you notice I got all the green suddenly because Control C. Now we have to. Oops! What have I done? Are we going to do massive landscaping project?
Yeah.
Somebody somewhere is not muting. Hey, if there's a Discord mod that's hearing this, if you see somebody that comes into the stream and they have not muted their microphone, do you mind just setting them to mute for us, please? Or send them a friendly message asking them to mute. Either way is fine. What do I need? I need to come back here and do some work here, don't I? This is getting to be... I'm talking too much and playing too little.
Yeah, remember the really big YouTubers, right? The ones with the millions of people and all that. The less competent you are, the more views you get, right? So you're just supposed to be jamming units down. You're moving units. You're thinking about this. You're trying to play efficiently. Just build 500 mortars. Right there on that front line, all at once.
Okay, there we go.
Yeah, there's nowhere near enough. Exactly. Yeah.
Oh God, I hope it would blow up, but they're not blowing up. Oh no. Okay, well, let's put some... Oh God, I was hoping they would blow up.
They're going to build. I think they're going to build. Yeah,
unfortunately, they will build. Okay, let's go and do some havoc here. Oh, there was stuff there. I need another thing to dig out treasure for me. Let's land more stuff in the creeper. The first new mission immediately blew somebody up. Bjorn Linde. David Patterson just talked to you. Hello, David. Congrats on the launch, he says.
Where is this on? Oh, I see, over on
saw it in
Steam.
the chat. He's on.
Yeah.
He came from Discord.
No, this is over on Steam. Looks like.
The big D.
Yeah, yeah. Appreciate it, David.
Hey, Dave. Long time no see, pal. How are you doing? Wow, there's a.
Yeah, and for the world to know, David is a guy I worked with for many years. He's an excellent developer.
He's a. That was a lucky shot to see one person. The chat is fairly busy.
I know. Yeah, yeah. You saw it. I'm kind
really glad I saw that because
flipping back and forth. Yeah.
I think we should set up some missiles. Or shall I send out an air? What do you think? What do you want to see? An airplane or missile?
Well,
rockets. Missiles. It's not so funny.
Yeah. Well, or both.
I mean, I've got a nice
one large air force would completely destroy the Creeper Fortress right now. I think just one complete complement. Dang. One set of bombers would knock it down. Of course, and you could probably get that quicker than you can orbitals.
Okay, I'm just going to build it right over the resource terrain here because you know what? This map is easy. I'm going to maybe make another one after this. Take the same one and just jack up all the enemy settings.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I do. Just build what you can and what you can't.
Do you remember the bug where it was? I wish I had that bug store where you could build on adjacent but higher terrain.
Yeah, yeah. There's this version of that still in there, I think.
Okay.
Maybe I don't remember.
Maybe I should put a sprayer up here too. Because why is I took the tap away when I dragged all the units here. This little sprayer also needs to be extra boosted. Come on, let's get going here. I can build a rocket too. What the heck? I'm not sure it's going to finish in time. I think Fire, one of the beta testers, played the mission at the maximum settings. He says it's still beatable. So. Not this specific one.
Not every one that comes out. Some of them, exactly. If you go to Mark V and turn up everything all the way, you can get some maps which are either exceedingly difficult, if not outright impossible. But I left them in because some people don't care anything about posting to the play log, right? They just don't care, but they do care about having an interesting challenge or something fun. So even if the map comes up and you're like, gosh, that's impossible. But if there was just a little bit more resource, or if there was a little break in the terrain, it might be barely winnable. Then you can just pop the editor up and change it yourself right fast, and then have an enjoyable mission. I do that all the time, right?
Yep.
So that's why I left them in. Just leave it up to players to decide what they like.
Make it more difficult as well, right?
Yeah, you can. You can take an easy map, exactly, and make it much more difficult.
I need more blue-eyed and I need energy. Oh, no, I do need energy. Look at my energy graph.
Someone asked if there will be a Christmas sale on Creeper 4. There will not. And it's against the Steam rules, believe it or not.
There's a launch sale. Good grief.
Yeah, there's a launch sale. And
take advantage of the launch sale.
Yeah, you can't run a sale within 30 days of a previous sale or a launch. You can do a launch discount, which I did, but yeah.
That's your Christmas gift, people. Now go buy the game and give poor Knucklecracker a Christmas gift too.
Someone asked about a voxel-based map rather than a height map. Yeah, I did. I experimented with that. It's mostly got to do with the look and what I preferred. And there were even experimentations, you might remember this, with smooth terrain as opposed to leveled terrain. And yeah, it's got to do with just the look I was going for and how it interacted with gameplay and just sort of what worked out for this incarnation. But yeah, there's nothing wrong with columns of terrain in Creeper or a voxel rendering. Nothing wrong with it. Intrinsically, it's just different. It just works out differently.
Do I have snipers in this melange of units that's advancing here?
Yeah, see, look at those bombers. It just took the fight all out of that Creeper. It's completely knocked back on its heels now. It's just waiting.
Waiting for a mercy killing. This is about where the delegate should decide it's lost the fight. Yep, yes.
Right, yeah.
I didn't even look at the numbers, but you see, and that's why I like the idea of the delegate. If you play, you can win, and that's the end of it. You know you're going to win. You don't have to keep going through.
It's up to you if you want to go get the other objectives or not.
Yeah.
Exactly. Some people don't, and some people do.
Well, let's try and jack this map up a bit. Let's make it more difficult. Okay, Carsten, there we go. And I'll submit the score. And if anybody else wants to play it, then come and post better scores. That's where you go. Launch Creeper World 4, number 2221.
Yeah, those numbers are just the settings. You can copy paste that or type that into that field and then press enter, and those numbers will disappear and fill in the checkboxes for you.
And now we're going to make it harder. So we leave the map size. Enemies get killed. I'm going to leave the resources. I'm going to make the resource none eggs. Okay, I'll make balanced eggs. You think that's a lot more difficult?
That's the normal. Yeah, it is. It means some of the eggs will attack targets. Yeah. Enemies being on skilled or insane, that controls the output of emitters and the number of eggs that are emitted and stuff like that. You can try that one. You can see what it's like.
I can try that one.
Yeah.
Okay. Maybe there's a dark tower in it now. I think, yeah, put the dark tower there. That changes my strategy a little bit, I think.
It does. Wow.
There's a
there's a blob nest, and there's breeder on the edge of the map.
Oh, lovely! I love breeder on the edge of the map.
If a spore hits there, that will flood the void.
Yeah, but it won't flood it all the way to yes. So I'm going to be okay.
Yeah.
But this is there. That's going to make it. I don't think I can actually do that same trick of coming across here because it's going to be harder. So I'm going to really have to start. Yeah, you
could try starting there. That's true. That's potentially defensible.
It's easy to start. Yeah, but
it's got what you need, right? You've got red iron and green iron. Yeah, the other island could be the one you invade if it's not even really. It won't be necessary.
I need a totem victory.
Mm-hmm. That's true. You could porter back over there and grab that totem, and then you don't even need that island.
There you go. So this is going to be almost. Do you think it's going to be easier?
It might. Depends on how quickly you can get a perimeter established.
Oh well.
Try to hold the line around where that delegate is.
Very good at perimeters. I love blowing my own horn. I'm very good at perimeters. Famous last words, he said. Let's play serious for a change. Mess up. I can't have this guy. I'm going to move him in a second.
Someone asked about nullifiers and why they don't blow things up anymore. I thought it made for they actually do blow some things up in the course of the story, but in general they don't. Right? You have to keep them powered. That was I like the mechanic better because it means that you can stall your economy and they can go offline. Supply lines could get cut; they go offline. they get hit by a spore or a blob, they go permanently offline till you rebuild it.
Skimmers can stun them, and then
Skimmers can stun them. There's a number of interesting mechanics that come out of that, and it's sort of an homage to the way it was in Creeper World 1. There's a few things in Creeper World 4 that are references to the way things were in Creeper World 1. Some of the things I think that worked really well in Creeper World 1, as simple and as primitive and as basic as that game was, it had some gameplay elements that were just good. I mean, they just worked well. They worked well with each other. And that was one of them. You had to soft cap enemies in Creeper World 1. If you put enough cannons, a couple cannons around some emitters, you could cap them. We called that capping. And so a nullifier that requires power is sort of a throwback to that. Now, that said, some nullifiers do blow things up in the course of the story, and it's an option in maps. And of course, custom units could completely annihilate enemies or custom units in maps. So we're going to see destructible emitters and destructible enemies in plenty of custom maps, I'm sure.
Just give you a quick interrupt. Did you check the Unity the cloud thing for crashes and things?
I haven't. It usually takes a while to start filling in. Yeah, and they will be there. I mean, that's PC gaming, right? Everybody's desktops. Take 10,000 people's random computers, and you'll find everything from corrupted hard drives to virus infections to out-of-date drivers.
Which is why, what there was the answer for that? Not forgot.
A good
one. Oh yeah, why you can fingerprint computers by looking at the setup, which what many browsers and apps and things do that they fingerprint a computer, right?
Yeah.
And so even if the computer comes from a different IP, it's the same computer because
every computer is different. Even freshly installed computers differ. I mean, yeah. So on any given day, what you got?
Somebody got real mad on Steam, on Discord.
On Discord, okay.
No, it's okay. It was just a shouting.
Oh, okay.
But I hope that he is okay. I hope that didn't come through on my.
I didn't hear anything.
It didn't come through.
Somebody's in the audience. Say that again.
Do you get game sounds?
Yeah. I hear the music and sounds. Yeah.
Because I don't. I'm playing in dead silence here for some reason.
It's because you're going to your desktop audio with the game, but you got your headphones on so you can hear me. So you had to choose between the game and my voice.
I made the wrong choice.
You made the wrong choice. Exactly. Sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but
terrible. I'm sorry. I apologize.
What was it? There was one of the Indiana Jones movies, the ones with the Holy Grail.
Okay.
You chose poorly.
What was it? Montoya, the way the guy is so smart.
Inigo Montoya. Yeah, you killed my father. Prepare to die. Yeah.
No, but he was having this long lecture to the other guy about 2 glasses of poison, 2 glasses of wine on the table.
Oh, yeah.
Who has the right choice? Who made the right choice?
Oh, yeah, where he was trying to figure out which to drink from, and he was arguing against
these guys. They're all blowing up. Yeah, spent too much time again. Let's just these guys upgraded. I think I have built no. That's really smart. I've built no.
Yeah, Vizzini, that actor is on. Has been on the TV show Young Sheldon now. Plays a professor.
Oh yes, of course.
He was also, if I remember right, I think he was also the Grand Nagus. Was he the Grand Nagus in Deep Space Nine? I think, yeah, maybe.
It's going to take a little while for these guys to get ammo. They're so far away. And despite my promise to play better, I've played atrociously again.
So I want to ask about Creep World 4 on my website. Yeah, I've gotten an email about that already. You know what? It will be there, and it might be there next week sometime. It's a lot more work to get that store set up and get that build of the game. So I didn't have time to devote the days to it that I wanted to, and I didn't want to put something up there that was flawed. So, and I didn't want to miss this launch window, so I went with Steam and GOG first. And but yeah, there'll be a version on my store at some point, relatively soon, hopefully within December.
Okay, there comes the first enemy notification. I wonder if I turn up the... No, I can't turn up...
What you need?
I'm trying to think to adjust the volume because I don't get the warnings. So open the
Yeah.
volume mixer.
They came through here. It just
Yeah, I
didn't
know. You
right
get
level. Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Did the volume increase for all of you people now?
It did. It just went up a little bit. It's back down now, though. I think it's actually coming through your microphone, if I had to guess.
I think I've just completely messed up the sound.
It's coming through your microphone because when you speak, it gets louder. And when you're not, whatever's capturing from your microphone is probably dropping the volume.
Oh boy. I've now messed it up completely. I don't know. Anyway, okay, so now I guess I'm going to play without sound for the rest of the day. Sound and me and my computer is not friends. I don't know why I can't get it right.
So we're not hearing the game sounds anymore, but I think we are hearing them through your microphone when you speak.
How is that possible even?
Do you not hear them?
No. But then I'm a little deaf, so...
Okay, they're very faint in the background.
So that's really... Okay, of course. So that changed the desktop. Okay, I'm going to go back. Volume mixer. I guess so. Tell me when you hear them at a good volume. But now...
Okay, yeah.
I've put my hand over my mic, so you can't... You should hear them from the desktop only. Can you hear them?
Not when you're not talking and it's covered.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's like it's not coming through desktop audio. Now, it could be that you changed your volume so that you just need to go change the volume in the game to raise it because it's really low right now.
I did not touch the volume in the game, so but I can change it in the game. That's one option.
Let's just see if that has any effect. Try the music because that's all we're hearing right now. Yeah, that definitely cranked it up.
Does this crank it down again? Did I just crank it down again? I'm so sorry that
I think it's fine. It might be fine. Other people can let us know because
Okay,
I might not even be getting the same experience they are on the other end of the stream because I'm joined in with your stream.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, let's go. Sorry, guys. Sorry. In many places. Oh, what the heck? Oh, there's a lot of stuff coming at me here. And I'm building this, and I need to terraform get more. This little bit here is really annoying. Go die away. Oh, too late. It killed an important little guy. Bits of creep that comes out.
It's just a tiny little bit that sneaks around. Yeah, you're going to lose that front.
Yeah. I'm just going to run back a little bit.
And this is the hard part, retreating.
I'm good at retreating. I've done it enough times.
Uh,
Like this old lady. Some people go on holiday somewhere on the coast where they get seafood and stuff. And see a lady walking, picking up lobsters, and the way you get lobsters, you throw them in a pot of boiling water. And the woman said, "Wow, poor lobsters! Are you not? That's very cruel." No, ma'am, they're used to it. We've been doing it for centuries. I'm used to retreating. Been doing it.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, but this. Oh,
Here
that's
come the
very
blobs.
hard.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh,
Oh,
oh,
and there were
oh,
two of
oh.
them there. Oh,
My
look at that.
breath
Look at
got.
that. Look, 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 look. There go. Yeah. Earned. Earn portal gone. Yeah. So,
Okay, Unportal is not the worst.
yeah, you could survive that.
I can survive that easily. I should remember to bold stuff. Why did I not do that? Oh, you know what? I got distracted. I knew I heard the sound faintly, and I was gonna because I couldn't hear it well. I got distracted with it getting the sound working. Now I have an
Hmm.
excuse. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Go back. Let's do this. Um, I know all those people that have been in the beta are going to snicker and laugh their heads off because they play so much better. Is there a shortcut key for the terraforming thing, or do I have to set it up?
For the terraforming, I never use it, but there probably is one.
Because
There might be. It sounds like something somebody would have asked me for. Somebody asked if there will be post-launch updates, and the short answer is yes. The long answer is also yes.
Absolutely.
I'll be working on the game for a few more months. I have no doubt. I've scheduled at least full time for 3 months, 3 additional months, and that's in
And
fact the second phase of the beta is just really going to start.
I'm still being kicked back. There's a wave of stuff coming here that
Yeah, you need some more mortars up there. It's just too much.
I'm out of energy too.
Yeah, Grab says no game sound. So the only game sounds I'm hearing are coming through your microphone. There must not be any at all coming out of the your desktop audio.
Can you ask Grabs if that changed at any point in time? Because I am streaming the desktop.
Right. There should be some coming out at.
You know what? Did I forget? Did I forget to click the desktop sound thing
When you did the share inside Restream.
Yes.
I don't know. Has there ever? Somebody let us know. Has there ever been game sounds, consistent game sounds and game music?
Okay, you know what I can do? I think I can.
Someone he says it worked earlier, so it must have changed whenever you did whatever the mixer thing was. If maybe you lowered the volume on desktop
Start
audio.
screen sharing
Oh, boy, we're big.
and turning it back on and making sure that there is. Okay. So that did that, and now I'm going to go to them. See, I wonder if I muted something in the sound settings. Okay, so there's my sound. I think back where they belong.
I'm hearing stuff. Yeah, I bet that's got it back.
I sincerely apologize. for this sort of incompetence. And I'm going to leave the music. I will turn up the sound effects a tiny bit.
Yeah, let's see what that does. Yeah, people say it's back. They can hear the music. Yeah, we're hearing that cannon do some shooting now.
Okay, guys, sorry about that. Where is this little... You can't go there. You'll die, son. Why are you going there anyway? Now I'm out of energy. Can you believe that?
Yeah, that's right. You're in a deficit by almost 50% or almost 100%, actually, demand. It's almost twice production.
Well, see what? I lost this and this killed me. So now this is cranking
That's
back.
ramping back up, right? And you've got mortars building too.
Yeah.
That's pulling it down.
We talked about terraforming this. I need to terraform this. Control C. Get this leveled up.
People are asking about Linux, and Grabs is pointing. Yeah, Grabs has it working on Linux Proton. 99% anyway. I think maybe the video in the opening sequence, the little 5-second video doesn't work.
Why the fact what you're planning to do in January that might change?
I'm going to look at a native Linux build. The reason I didn't today is because this game started development. Check one of your frontline mortars there. He's okay.
Is this too loud now?
No, it's good. I think it's good. At least it is on my end. I don't know about the YouTube end. But yeah,
too loud for me. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. With all that shooting, it was a little loud. So this game started development in 2016 or so on a much earlier version of Unity, and I upgraded over the years and landed at the long-term support 2018 Unity release. And for anybody who's done any development on Unity, they know that at least for the last 5 or 6 years, you don't just willy-nilly upgrade. You don't do that. You break things when that happens. They change things. Things look different. I mean, it can be, and the more mature a project gets, the less you want to do that. At the beginning, you're like, yeah, sure, whatever. I'll fix the problems. I got 2 years left. But as you get towards the end, you need to settle down. You need stability because you don't want to push something out that's not stable. Anyway, in order to do an IL to CP, it's very technical, but in order to do an IL to CPP build on Linux natively, I need to be on the Unity 2019 version, not the 2018 version. So I'm positioned to do that, but there was no way I was going to do that prior to the launch of this game in the last few months here, because that would just be crazy. It would risk the stability for all of the Windows users for the benefit of a few Linux users, when those same Linux users can use Proton in the meantime. So I'm going to look at that in January, and we'll see where it lands. Mac is the other question I get, and we are in a period of instability and trauma in Mac world right now with their new CPU architecture, and I didn't want to get mixed up with that. It's bad enough and hard enough to test on Macs, and then there was one Intel architecture, and now when there's emulation for Intel, and then the new Apple Silicon, and various requirements from Unity and iOS support, it was too much of an ask right now. In the future, I will look at it, though. It's a topic I'd like to look at next year when things settle down a little bit. Because I don't like or hate any operating system. Whatever folks want to run and whatever I can get the game to work on within reason, I'm all for it.
Oh, this is formidably more creepy than I had last time on this map. I thought I was thinking, but it's... Oh, I can still do it. I can still send a little guy over there.
Commodore 64, I wish. Somebody says the magic words. Commodore 64. I love that system.
You had one. I never had
Yeah,
one.
yeah. I had a Commodore 64, Commodore 64C, an Amiga 500 with upgraded RAM module. Had a whole megabyte of memory. Can you imagine what you can do with 1 megabyte of RAM?
How much did Apollo have?
It was that hand-wrapped wire core memory, right?
There's a YouTube guy. His name is Curious Mark, and he had a series where they restored one of the guidance computers to full working condition.
I think I've seen some of
I
that.
think I linked it
I think so.
because I know you as much as I like space kind of things and computers. What more? Computers, space. Guidance computers.
Here comes some more.
Okay, I could. Oh! Look at all the blobs coming across.
You got a sniper there. You got coverage though. Yeah.
I think I just took. I send energy. Some people are more idiots than others. Let's send liftic. Okay, I'm gonna. You know what I'm gonna do? Just because this is a game, this is a sort of thing. If you feel like you don't like it, you hit the edit buttons.
Yeah. Okay. You want to do it?
And this is a trick. You go to the mods page, open the CPAC manager.
What are you going to import?
Berthas.
Okay, Berthas. I was going to say airship too, but that's That's,
no. Ooh, you don't want to mention.
Oh,
that.
you don't want to. Oh yeah, that's.
We're not mentioning that.
That's a secret.
And this is how easily, folks. I think that's it, right?
If that's the right CPAC you got set up, then it should be either in your build menu or in your edit menu. Check your specials on the left. I don't know how it was set. There it is. Yeah.
And you see, and there we go. Now we're going to kick some creeper butt. Do I have any urns? These things earn nicely as well. We'll earn one of them. And they all will set them all to auto fire. I think that does the trick, yes.
Yep, so that's a custom unit.
That's a custom unit, and that's how you just decide, well, I want to play easy mode.
Yeah, that Bertha it's set up to be very similar to the Creeper World pre-Bertha, that particular version, but of course you can go in and change it to make it a Mega Bertha so that it always fires 3 shots and it fires 9 when it's earned or something crazy like that, or they do more damage or they fire anti-creeper volleys.
Yep.
Or if you don't like the way it looks, change them all.
You were right about, I didn't think this Void Creeper was going to go this far, but you're right. Look at
There's eggs. See, there's eggs, and those eggs are being carried by. See that blob up there carrying an egg?
Yes.
And so it's kind of self.
So the real threatening, you know, all those. If you had like a bit more blobs like that, it'd be really.
Yeah.
You can see them coming over this huge chunk of void here. That is really scary. Okay.
I got an email from Connor Short. Everybody know who Connor Short is? He's responsible for that music you hear right now, saying congrats, and he is grateful to have his music. Well, we're grateful to have his music in the game.
You should tell Connor that everybody that I heard from has said they love the music.
Yeah, he did a great job.
Okay, the Berthas are loading, and the muzzles will swing shortly, right? I think that first guy is aiming. There they go.
They're just there. They go. They're gonna fire. Yeah. Yeah, there they go. Some volleys.
Oof.
On auto, they'll fire at the deepest on the map. At the moment, they decide to fire. A little bit before they auto target the just then rotate towards it and shoot it. There's some other custom units that will show up in the span missions and in the story campaign. And one of my favorites is in some of the art that I did, some of the marketing art that's on Steam and that I used on Twitter for the announcement. It's this beam, sweeper. I call it the sweeper. You get that guy charged up, and it rotates and it fires this. It's kind of the equivalent of a dark beam from Creeper World 2. It's like a blade. It just slices through the creeper.
Do I have that?
You might not. You probably don't. I can probably load up. I can load up the mission that it's in, the span mission that it's in. It's in Far York Farm. Export it from there, and then you can import it.
Okay. Send it to me.
All right.
While you do that, I'm going to turn the music down a bit. It gets
Yeah.
Oh, Connor, it's not that I don't like the music. It's just...
So we got span.
Yes, Phoenix 1328 asks, can there be custom units in maps you share? Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, we want
them. We want you to share maps with custom units. Want you to make the greatest units and share it. And if people like it, they'll put the units in their maps and carry on. And that's how it should be, a healthy ecosystem.
Yeah, in fact, there's already some custom units in some of the maps in Colonial Space right now.
Thank you, Neris. How do you get custom units? Well, you build them. You can get them from a map. They can be sent to you. We've kind of tossed around maybe having a GitHub where you can be distributed, or maybe a forum page or a wiki page.
Right, they'll in the coming weeks, I'll clean up GitHub and put official versions of all of the custom units that I did, and you did if you want, up on, and other folks have done up on GitHub, and so that's one way to share them. Forums, we'll see how it works out. I don't know. They can be shared individually, as I'm about to do, and we're going to see live here. Now, the sweeper I was telling you about, the reason I haven't made it into its own unit is because it's embedded in that map, and I just have a custom package for that entire map. So the CPAC I'm going to give you is called the Far York Farm CPAC, and it's going to have more than the sweeper
units on it. Okay, cool.
Most of them are for decoration. They're barns.
I know.
Carbonite.
You sending it to me on Discord?
I'm getting ready to, yeah. And it looks like it's in there. We may have to tweak it a little bit. There'll be stuff you won't use. So let me export this. This map goes back over a year.
Well, we know that you had to tweak it fairly recently to make it work.
Yeah, that's why I went to the map that's in the span right now to export it. So it should be
the working one.
The scripts should be all updated with the changes for how the game shipped. Yeah, all right. And Far York Farm CPAC on Discord to you. All right, 80K.
That's not where I keep my CPACs. I can't remember where I keep them. Oh, well, there's a folder here. So what? This is good enough. Did you just send it like that? Okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we'll see what that does.
Okay.
Hopefully I didn't require any.
See, this. I have this GitHub place where but the other one was here. Super.
So
There we go.
someone's asking how long the sale lasts. It's 1 week. That's the standard Steam launch period. They do launch discounts for 1 week.
Did it not import it? Did I do something wrong?
If you've done it once, don't do it again. Yeah, so it's already there. Just say no. Now do the drop down. Well, that's weird. Didn't show up. It's funny. Exit back out and come back
Oh,
in.
maybe that's what it is. I have to go out of this thing.
You're not supposed to.
No, you're right.
I don't
Well,
think.
the stuff is here.
Okay. All right.
So there we go.
Okay. One more little thing I need to fix in.
Sweeper, sphere, sweeper.
Those are meshes.
I want the unit.
Yeah. Scroll on down, look for sweeper. Now, let's see. It might be something it expects you to place on the map in the editor. If that's the case, go back to your little edit window on the bottom right, close this, and see if it's
there's a sweeper.
Okay, so just place it on the map where you like it. Lower give yourself a little challenge to get to it, maybe. Yeah.
I was thinking this thing died. I thought I maybe the creeper got you. I think that'll be a nice place to put it, and then it needs, what does it need?
It looks like it needs lifting. For cube, looks like a lifted cube.
The cube is lifting. Okay, that's cool because then I can power them with this. Right, we'll make this thing take lots of lifting. Repeat the route. Go land there. But it won't land straight away, and we'll send a sprayer.
Yeah, that's a good one, a sprayer.
Send a sprayer full of stuff to just throw in.
And so also about the documentation for making custom units. No, it's not completely done yet. There is a lot of it, though, particularly for scripting and all that, that will be made available pretty soon on the wiki, on our new dark-themed wiki.
Oh, wait, let me show them from the game. You go to this.
Mm-hmm.
And buffering, there we go.
You can go there.
And lots of stuff. You have the home page, and we have the 4RPL.
This is the scripting docs.
Yeah, all the commands and how to use everyone.
Now, as far as like a general overview of how to get started and all that, I will be doing a video in the coming weeks, days and weeks, preliminary video that just shows how to make a custom map. Let's say you don't care about custom units. You just want to make a cool looking map, though, with your own theme. I'll do a video for that, just how to use the map editor, and then another video for how to make custom units without really any coding, and then one on custom modding and coding as well. That'll help get people started.
Michi M asked, what are those icons on the campaign map menu, the wand and the skulls, and why are some of them green? Can you answer him while I'm
on the campaign map? We mean the selection screen. If it's that,
I think it means that the objective icons.
Okay, the objectives. Yeah, those are the ones. There's is it 5 objectives? 6 objectives, including a 5 plus custom. There's an icon for each one. You can see this map has 3 objectives: nullify, activate, and reclaim. They each have an icon, and when you finish the mission, they show up with those icons, and they have tooltips on them, and they sort of make sense for what it is. The nullify looks like a little beam, the totems looks like a little T, and the reclaim looks like a graph, percent graph. That's what they are.
I need more anti-creeper. You know the guy with the house that had a leaking roof and he never fixed it?
Yeah.
Do you know why?
What's that?
Well, he couldn't fix it when it was raining, and when it wasn't raining, it wasn't leaking.
Yeah.
I'm like this with my energy and stuff on this map, really. Okay, so this guy is still needing... He's short of ammo, so I can't send him right now. This could dry away. This little guy is waiting to land. If he lands... Oh, no, there goes an egg. That's pretty ugly. May not be as easy as I thought to take that.
Well, Creeper World 4 is listed as a top seller on Steam right now.
Congratulations.
So that's nice.
Oh, there are more eggs here. This is not gonna... No, that's an egg. So I'm gonna land my little sprayer here. It's gonna detonate the egg and then die. Where's the sprayer? He's coming. He's very slowly coming. Should have improved move speed, increased move speed as well. I'm really playing like a noob here.
What happened over here? Okay, he's on his way.
Very slowly. Maybe I should have put the sweeper on the other side.
I see that lifting cube's just waiting for a clear spot.
Mm-hmm. I hope that I put the sweeper within the radius of it. But what I said is this egg is going to trigger.
Oh, it will. And it will blow up that cube. Exactly. Right now. And the sprayer. So, yeah, you can either loot.
Oh, the sprayer can go home as far as I'm concerned. Just go home, buddy. Maybe there will be no more eggs here. Oh, gosh.
Cannon, you could send a cannon over anything.
Okay,
It's very thin, yeah.
Cannon over. Go help. And make another porter and send some energy over. Since we're doing this, we may as well. And send a sniper over. Stop. Stupid things. Let's go 4 times speed. I'm tired of this.
People have asked, what I'm doing, going to do to celebrate and all that. And yeah, that's right. So anybody who's in the States, particularly the southern part of the United States, is probably familiar with a restaurant chain called Bojangles. So this just shows you just how low budget a person I am. Celebrate with a chicken filet biscuit combo from Bojangles. It's a fast food fried chicken restaurant.
Okay, I'm going to turn the speed down. I can't even play at this speed, but I lost every single
unit. Right.
All I have is 2 little pods waiting for clear land.
Right, and it's getting worse on this island. It's only gotten worse since
I've made it like 1,000 times worse.
It was a fairly peaceful, very thin skin of creeper.
I really should have done it a lot earlier. Okay, I've got 2 more cannons here that I built just for this. See if they could do something here. Maybe. Yes, the most evil enemy on the map.
That's a rare thing where a little skimmer gets, shot once and survives. Takes 2 shots to do it, I think. So we won't know if this is co-op. What we're doing is co-op.
Yes.
It's kind of multiplayer for the most bandwidth expensive way possible with voice control. It's not multiplayer. I get asked about multiplayer in Creep World all the time, and it's
This is close. Why does this other guy not land?
go.
He doesn't have energy to land. It's not clear where he has to land.
Go. Almost.
He couldn't clear.
Is they're just out. They're just out of juice. Very close. Very close to activating that totem. You get that totem activated, it'll be a safe area.
Well, maybe I'll make more. There are people who like this kind of where they just drop a ton of units into Creeper.
Mm-hmm.
Not exactly my style.
Folks want to know what's next. So for the rest of December, I'm going to work. I'm going to cut way back, take a lot of time off, and only work 40 hours a week. I'm going to try that. I'll probably only work half of Christmas Day. I'm not kidding, by the way. And then I've got a number of things I'd like to experiment with when it comes to what's coming up next. But I will be working on this game for another month or two, extending the modding support and scripting support, and doing some help and tutorials and cool stuff like that.
I don't know how I did that. I'm trying to. I don't know what I'm doing now. Anyway, somebody was asking, I was trying to answer them. I said that he was asking if the game will come to consoles, and the answer is probably not.
No, that is not near the top of the list for consoles. It just isn't. It's a heavily mouse-driven interface, I think. Although some people do play it on touchpads. How, I don't know. They're more patient than I am. You know, if things are great and really good with the game, it's very popular. There's all sorts of things I would look at, and so it's not off the list. It's just not high on the list. Most people, I think, prefer to play on desktop or laptop.
Holy cow.
Oh, it just got touched by a little. That's okay. You got that activated, so you have a safe zone now. And then Sweeper, when he comes online, then you'll want to take a look at the far island, and it should just cut right through all that. Yeah, there he goes. You can keep that thing powered. This is a super weapon. Slice. Haircut time. That's some Creeper World 2 Dark Beam action. Now it doesn't go through terrain, so mesas and high pieces of terrain will block it. But if it's got a good line of sight from a low area, and you got a pretty good one, then it will slice right through that.
Man, it's one level of terrain too low.
It's just one too low. Yeah, if it was one level higher, it would have caught that back corner.
Oh,
Oh,
so close. The dice thing is not like Creeper World 2. It does at least not destroy my own units. You can see.
Yeah, that would have been more tragic.
There's
Yeah.
a delta graph. What happened to the Creeper? It took a big hit, and it's still going to take another hit.
Somebody wants to know about mirrors. Yeah, that's left as an exercise for the modding phase of the game. Trust me, I want to do it, but I don't want to steal everybody's thunder. Other people might want to make their own repeaters, splitters, multipliers, aimers, mirrors, you name it. Conversion beams, reflectors.
All sorts of things can be made. I should have found a different place for this one.
Someone asked about achievements. There probably will be. That's one of the things that I did, sort of the minimum amount for launch. A few plus story missions. I probably will add more. And the way it works is the game keeps track of stuff on its own. So if I add more to Steam and then you've already done something in the game that will count towards one of those achievements, it'll get granted after I add it to the game.
Yeah, you see the effect of a sniper, of a strider.
Mm-hmm. In a precarious situation, that could have been the death of all of that, right? If they were right on the edge of holding Creeper back.
Yes.
You've got some message, sorry, comma, no in the bottom left. I don't know what that's from.
Yes. How do I get that off? Hide messages from the stream.
Okay, just disappeared.
Maybe that was it. I don't know. New messages. Okay, sorry about the messages. You know what? You have to put up with all the unprofessional stuff. If a boulder's is going to shoot those eggs.
It will. It'll pop every one of them. They're going to pop eventually, quite possibly anyway. If you do it when the beam's there, it'll slice them off.
I wanted to do something. I wanted to build a tub and get this little thingy here. What's it called? I could
urn, buried urn.
And build a micro rift and take control of this island, but it's not really worth it. I will have the audience know that because I put all these custom units on a map that they were not made for, the map will not submit a score. So
look at that blob on the left of your screen right now. He's dragging 4.
How many eggs?
Oh, it's actually 2 blobs, staggered, each carrying 2 each.
No.
Where's he
Where
headed?
They going? Oh no!
Yes.
No. Okay, they just one of them is.
Oh no! Oh, he's trying to go around.
They're just trying to walk around where they died.
Yeah. He's trying to find a way into your base. They know where previous ones die.
Let's have a conversation about this right quick, yeah.
Just like cockroaches, they don't go where other ones. Yeah. So.
Okay. Well, this is.
Even though he didn't get there, that's still a lot of creeper there, right? So.
Yes. There's a cannon.
You'll be okay. You got a mortar and a cannon there.
And I'm building some snipers here. I'll try and put everything inside the shield. Maybe move that little bit that way. Here we go. And now I have another urn that I can put into something here.
You know, even with that beam haircutting the creeper like that, there's still a lot of it. It manages to recoup.
No, you know, look at how fast I just suddenly progressed here. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not really a problem as such anymore. What is this? Sprayer. Why is it there? One of those questions, why are we all here?
I've gotten a lot more congrats thanks to everyone who's sent the well wishes from Russia, from Germany, from everywhere else, Australia. It's awesome. It's one little world now.
We can all reach, well, let's be very careful with reach out.
Oh, there's a blob. Look at that. He found a way in.
Okay, and I, as usual, did not move my snipers with me. think some sniper somewhere got unleashed and is killing a bunch of stuff.
Someone wants to know if there's a target option for spores. There are. They can target structures, a location, random, or script can control them.
Somebody asked, no, the game's soundtrack is composed by Connor Short. He started composing for Knucklecracker during the Particle Fleet time, right?
He did the trailer music for Particle Fleet. Mm-hmm. Finn does fantastic music, by the way. If you're looking for somebody to do custom music, by all means, give Finn a shot. Connor is a very young composer. He's still a teenager. He wrote, I think he was 14 or 15 when he did the Particle Fleet trailer music, and he happens to be a local kid. Well, a young man now. Let's say he's not a kid anymore. Does completely professional work, and we live in the same town.
So that's one of the rationales for giving him a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Employ locally.
Yeah, there's a lot of talent in this area. The entire Fortnite team lives not far from me, and Epic's here, and there's a lot of indie game studios, a lot of artists, musicians, a whole lot of stuff, a lot of cool things.
Let me ask you, did you pop in a Discord just to see what the vibe is of Discord?
Discord, I'm watching you. I'm watching the comments on Discord. I have not looked at in a while.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about it too, so I was just wondering. No offense, Discord. Sorry.
Oh no! It's just I got two monitors, a 32-inch and a 24-inch. I got windows and copies of streams everywhere. I bet my ISP's loving me right now.
Maybe I should put my balance position again.
Okay, so you're welcome to Denarchris. I wanted to thank me for creating an absolutely, utterly beautiful game. Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Hey, we should check that guy's comments, and next time somebody complains about the graphics, refer him to that guy. Because some people like it.
Oh, look at that beam. Oh, like I said, if it was just up one level higher.
But that's okay. This is fun.
That'd be a cool extension to that unit, right? A way to tell it to go up or down, perhaps at an expense.
Mirrors. Now I need to find a way to nullify this guy. And if I build, I also want to have things that throw bombs over the edge. Yeah.
Somebody wants to know how the launch is going. You know what? I have no idea. Steam statistics lag by an hour or two, usually 2 hours sometimes, and I have no idea how to check sales at GOG.
Can you check sales at GOG?
I hope I can, but I have no idea how to. I keep forgetting to ask, and
maybe you have like an account page.
Yeah, there's a dev portal page, and I'll check back in here in a little bit and see if it's got anything new on it since it's launched. Steam has statistics as well, but they lag.
This is the time where I need to. Please tell me that one of the things that you will put on your shortlist is to color units that have targeting properties.
Yeah. The short answer for that might be a piece of custom geometry or one of the pieces of geometry on a unit to change its coloring. Another simplifying factor might be to just make it a special color if it's not the default setting, right?
That works for me. Any one of those two would work for me. I just in this crowd of units here, I need to know which ones.
One of these is not like the others. That's what you want the answer to.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I have seen other people ask for it in case it matters. Somebody just sent me a message that there's 2,000 something odd people playing the game on Steam.
Okay. Okay, I forgot that is one good metric for measurement number of simultaneous players. Yeah. So that's good. That's a good launch. Well, it's not a good launch for Cyberpunk, but then I don't advertise during the WWE. It's a good launch for an indie game.
And you didn't pay 60 developers.
That's right. I haven't been working on this game for, 8 years?
Wow, so they took longer than you did? It's hard to die. Come on, no, pause. That guy's about to die. 0.8, yeah, he's dead. Okay, I don't like, let me just turn the shields down so I can see what I'm doing. I need more units at measure. This is a very tricky invasion situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mesh.
Somebody says the 4th top seller on his view of the Steam store. Well, that's cool.
Oh, wow. Oh, come on. Where's my snipers? Never build enough snipers.
The longer a game goes, right, the more insidious those things get because they
yeah.
They
figure out they haven't died yet and they come after you. I'm sorry, I'm going to apologize to all those guys that are watching me that play better than me and sort of go, eat this idiot. I can do better than that. Yes, I'm sorry about that. Maybe I'm not, I don't know. Sorry, not sorry? Is that a thing?
Mm-hmm.
Spooky Rabbit, take $30 out of your pocket and you too can play. $22, $50. That's some sales tax, I suppose. Mesh. Fire at the mesh, guys. It's standing knee deep in it. You have to kill it. Ooh, go.
Somebody else says it's number 2 in their top sellers list. So,
wow.
Yeah, if it's in the top sellers list, then that's
good enough.
It's good enough. Yeah.
If it's in the sellers list, we have people that we've known professionally for a while that developed and never managed to sell any copies at all. It's very hard to break into this thing.
Yeah, I can tell you that the ID that Steam assigns your application when you put it on Steam, it's a number that goes up. It's an integer. And looking at the number that was assigned to Creep World 3, it was a low number, I think in the 40,000s range or whatever, and the number assigned to Creep World 4 is over 200,000. Now they go up by increments of 10, but that gives you an idea of how many things have been released into Steam over the or released into the world. Let's say, not just Steam, released on GOG and other stores as well. So yeah, it can be very difficult to release a game that gets any attention.
Okay, let's show people another feature. I don't know what happened there. So I'm going to turn on the recorder and I'm going to scroll very rapidly through this. Wow, look at the creeper depths. Oh, wait. Where did the beam start?
The beams probably don't show up on the record. You might see it chop through that orange, though. That orange will disappear when the beam fires.
That's where we establish it.
There you go. See the orange just get swept away.
Reverse a bit so we can see it again. There we go. All the excess creepers just kazooie. And suddenly my invasion efforts go a lot better. And we go to the end of the recorder to see what killed what here.
I think you had some blobs and some striders.
Bilbo is sending me something. Can you check in the support forum for me, please, Mr. Knucklecracker?
The forum or
Discord. There's
Discord?
a Discord board.
Okay.
I think somebody might have a problem if they're there.
Forum, Discord support. Okie doke.
Oh, there was a bunch of egg-carrying blobs.
Someone's asking, is there an official post or statement regarding Let's Play videos and monetization? Because I don't have anything up anywhere, I guess. That's because, you know what? I still live in a world where if somebody wants to YouTube my game and show it to other people, I'm like, duh.
Please do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and if they want to make money off of their video that they worked really hard to produce, and their customer base that is watching it, then yeah, they can make ad revenue on their YouTube channel. I do not understand a world where that got flipped. So yes, I'll reply here on Discord. You please make YouTube videos and make as much money as you want to off those videos, and because if you make $1,000 off a video, then a lot of people looked at it. So party on.
You'll get your payback.
Yeah, people will find my game and they'll love it and they'll buy it. I hope that's the plan. That's how the equation is supposed to work.
That's your evil scheme.
Yeah, where everybody can win. People get games they want. YouTubers can make ad revenue and get new customers, and I get to sell games, and then I get to make more games. So it's just everybody wins.
Keep answering the question the same way when it gets asked, and somehow it just doesn't sink in. As long as they use the music for your game, you don't have copyright issues at all. I need more. But I still have all those Berthas firing. They look like they're not doing anything. They're all going to manual? Why? It's on auto now.
Laying a little punishment down on that area.
Okay,
Oh, there's eggs there because it's a spore launcher, so of course, yeah.
Struggling to get this nullifier established here. And there's... Yikes! I got stunned and it took...
Right, yeah, it's putting up a fight here. It's a little last stand.
Now that's building. I need one for this blob nest as well. Thought I had one. Maybe it got destroyed. I need more snipers. Build more snipers, not pylons, build snipers. So close. If I get to this breeder terrain, I'm just going to sit back and let the map drown itself.
Mm-hmm. People are lamenting the passing of Congregate, or the presumed passing of Congregate. Flash game portal.
Congregate has passed, really.
Yeah.
Whoever killed Flash killed Congregate.
Yeah, it was inevitable. Web gaming in general. Yeah. It really had its day back in the late 2000s and early teens, though.
Yep. It's like, like people talk fondly of Commodores and Amigas.
Yeah, there was that period too.
One day we can talk fondly of Congregate.
Yeah, all the kids who played on Congregate when they were 15.
I really wanted to be dead, but I mean, what can you say?
yeah, things change, and you got to change with them. And were it not for the decline of Flash, I might not have moved to desktop gaming and more. The professional is not the right word, but more desktop-oriented development environments. I might not have. Imagine some weird world where mobiles and just imagine some world where desktop, where browser gaming had remained very strong and was still going strong today. I don't know. That might have continued to evolve. That might have been the way people spent their money and purchased, and I might have stayed there in a more casual format. I don't know. Most of that casualness moved to mobile, though. So between the decline of Flash and the rise of mobile computing platforms, phones, that's where all the attention and the development activity went.
Just gonna go past this guy and get some.
Just run around him, yeah.
I need that decreeper. And now I need to find a way to know where's a weapon stab. Another find tool. Let's see, did I suppress anti-creeper? No, there it goes. Oh,
there you go. Yeah, there you go. You got some growth now.
The one thing that we don't use, that somehow the game doesn't use enough of, is arc. There's always access arc so that you can always easily build a couple of microcurves and things.
You can. It takes a while because they're expensive and they build slow, but
yeah, I know.
Yeah, but ARG is, I think, a good resource for some custom units to kind of focus on, I think.
Yeah.
Liftic already has its demand in some high-end things, from a couple special units in the story to the orbitals,
totems, orbitals,
totems, platforms. But like I said, ARG, yeah, shields and micro rifts,
look
missiles.
at, guys, how am I going to get him? Okay, let's okay, now is the time to turn off the creeper so I can see what I'm doing. Can I? Weapons, smell, nullifier. Not close enough. Oh, look there. I can go there.
See, someone watched Baron Von Games play this, and he loved it. Yeah, Baron Von Games covered it yesterday or day before, I think, and I'm glad he likes it. He's got a pretty good, cool YouTube channel. He's got like 1.7 million subscribers too, so that doesn't happen by accident.
That's for sure. This is just showing off.
Are you going to try to grab it from that? Will it reach?
I'm hoping so. That's the one thing I find is I have to be very careful sometimes in where I position the platform.
if an egg were to pop out and roll off into
Yeah,
space,
it'd be very
that would
sad.
not be, yeah.
I will take this guy and where are my? There's one. Go dig out this little urn here and tell this guy that he wants an urn and he wants to live on this platform and populate everything. Come on, why is it building so slow? I have so much of this stuff. Maybe it's... That is a green dot there, right?
Yeah, click on it and see what the, yeah, it takes 100. So you are
And you're feeding it slowly, that's what
70, so you're about 40 seconds away.
Okay, well...
It's part of the built-in drama module.
Built-in drama delay.
Yeah. Why you're like, hurry up so I can put something on it. I don't need an egg or a blob to walk by.
And they're shooting. Oh, look at that! All the birthers took all the eggs out. Yeah.
Yeah, you've got snipers that are hitting the eggs, so that's why they're not landing in the void.
Okay.
They're sniping them over the land. So that's why you're okay.
One of my tactics when I'm done with the map and just messing around is to put a platform with a sprayer on void like this, because then the void breathes, and because of the way that void works, it then floods the terrain, and it keeps flooding the terrain for an incredibly long period of time.
Mm-hmm.
Incredibly vast amounts of... Come on. 83. You know what? There's a fast button here. Now I know why people play fast. There we go. Put the nullifier up and bring the sprayer to go sit there and be always on. And let's go forth and kill more stuff. Bulk select a whole bunch of things and just throw them at the creeper. Oh, it shoots up. Okay, well.
What is the max creeper value before it overflows into anti-creeper? Max int, max signed int divided by 1 million. So 2,147.
It's like 12 midnight. Is it 12 midnight or?
Right. There's no such thing as 12 a.m. and 12 p.m. Right? It's either midnight or noon. Mm-hmm.
There's no such thing as 2148 anti-creepy either.
Right.
There is, but for the briefest of moments. Okay, now I have control of this breather terrain here. Come on. What? I want to build there. There we go.
Oh, you just you were talking about jokes earlier. You just made a whole series of nerd college jokes flood into my head. Things that
these nerd college jokes.
Let's see
what this channel is good at.
Okay. Everybody's heard them before, or maybe they're too old. I don't know. So there are two people riding in a car, and they come up to a red light. Stoplight is red, and the guy driving just floors it.
Oh, drives. I know this one.
You know this one, yeah. And the guy says, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What are you doing? What are you doing?" And he says, "Well, that's what my brother does." And another red stoplight appears. The guy floors it, and the passenger's like, "Really? What are you doing?" And the guy says, "Well, this is what my brother does." And then they come up to the third stoplight, but it's green. and the guy slams on his brakes and comes to a screeching halt and sits there at a green light. And the passenger looks at him and says, "I don't get it." And the driver looks at him and says, "Well, my brother might be coming." Uh,
Yeah, that's real funny. That was an old army joke.
oh, is that right?
There
Yeah.
was an army town, and it was known that you did not, if you drove at night and you went back to base, you turned your lights off when you crossed the stop signs
Mm.
because you'd see the glow of oncoming cars.
Mhm. Right, yeah.
It was terrible, but that really, yeah. So I wonder where that originated from. It's a really bad sort of thing too. But yes,
Yeah, there's so I studied physics while I was in college and also computer science. And so everybody's heard this physics joke. But, when I was there and I was 19, once upon a time I heard it and thought it was the funniest thing ever. And I guess you might only get it if you've studied a little bit of physics or a little bit of math. But, and there's variations of it I've come to learn. But the version I heard was about in the 1960s, the government decided that physics was very important to the future of, and there was just a lot of fundamental research that was being funded. Well, a group of dairy farmers in the Midwest heard about this, and they're like, "Well, we better not get left out on this. So we need to get ourselves some physicists, and we need to fund the research because we're gonna miss out on some breakthrough." So farmers get together and they pool their money together and they hire a physicist, and they're like, "Here's the money. I want you to go away and do what you do, and then come back in a year, and we're going to check in and see what your progress is." So they go away. A year passes, and then the physicist comes in to give the farmers his presentation on what he's been working on. And he goes up to the whiteboard and he draws a real big circle. Well, it's a chalkboard back then. A real big circle. Spends 5 minutes shading in the circle, solid white with chalk. And he looks at the farmers and says, "First of all, let's assume a spherical cow with the milk uniformly distributed inside." Yeah, everybody's heard that one, but yeah.
That's funny. As I told you what I like to do. Oh, there was still creeper on the map there. This is such a wonderful game mechanic.
Yeah. Let me tell you my last joke, because I got to round it out with a computer science joke. Anybody who's ever done any programming or worked with programmers will know this one, and this is a common one too. But for those who haven't heard it, it varies. Let's say there is a mathematician, an engineer, and a computer programmer in a car. They took a trip to the mountains, and they're driving back down the mountain, and the brakes fail. The car is accelerating faster and faster, and they're like, "We can't stop the car, and they're swerving all over the place. They're trying to bleed energy. They're trying to catch the curbs. Their lives. They're going to go over the side of the road at any point. They're scrubbing the guardrails. Finally, the driver manages to catch some luck and get over in the grass on the side of the road, and by some miracle, gets the car to come to a rest, and the car stops, and they survive, and they get out, and the mathematician says, "Well, I'm going to go sit under the tree over there and think about and theorize about what could have failed with the brakes. I'm going to work through the possible parameters in my mind." And the engineer says, "Well, I'm going to go try to measure some things about the brakes and see if I can figure out why they failed." The computer programmer says, "Let's get back in and see if it happens again."
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We had a joke about hardware repair guys. You'd always know when their car was next to the road, because they're the guys that swap tires to find the flat.
Yeah.
Okay, see, now I have this guy here, and he is just gonna completely flood the void for me. I hope he wins. I think he should win.
Yeah, so you...
I need to get this guy and that guy. I could send, I could do lots of things, but I want to do, I think another platform is in order here. First check that I can actually land. See, this is not my, oh, no.
Oh, it's just out of range.
No, oh wait, I can get it there. So now let me see a platform that can reach us. Oh, what? There we go. Look at the board. The Berthas are busy here. They're helping out. And I'm gonna have to actually expand my platform-based business here, because otherwise I'm not gonna get to this yellow guy, this dark tower guy. Where are platform? There, come on. Oh, this is what?
That's within the darkness, so yeah, you'll have to
I need
beacon.
beacons.
Yeah, the beacons can float over the void if you can defend their area.
I think slowly but surely my platforms are eradicating. Just one more egg yet to pop. Oh, lovely, 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 lovely. Taking aim. Bam, bam, bam. I think one more time like that and it'll be over. There goes the last egg.
The last little bit of a breeder creeper there in the corner is its only resupply.
I can't see my units. And oh wait, now they have a little tower. I can maybe just delicately step on. Oh, that's not good. Where's all this creeper coming from?
That's a good question. What is there?
Some
was there an egg? There might have been an egg.
Eggs that was stolen.
That would make sense. It's a target that would have been defended, so there would have been eggs sitting under that tower. That was sort of an accident the way that worked out in game mechanics, and I liked it, so I kept it. That eggs can build up under a structure, and when you finally nullify it, they give that sort of last gasp.
Did you put that thing back where you can choose to explode all the eggs, or that
the API is there, but the user
decide
right
kill you.
Right, so you could in theory call it from the console.
Okay, there we go. I got every single achievement on this map. Though it took me many hours of play. And of course now I can't claim any objectives. You'll see that this is what happens.
Yeah, because you edited. Yeah, exactly.
Cannot submit if the map is edited.
Yeah, that's only submitted to the online database, but your record of this mission is still stored locally.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Are we streaming more? I want a break.
You can take a break if you want. Yeah. I mean, or we can quit completely. It's up to you.
Okay, just take a break for a little while. Get some water.
We'll just hop up then, or it's just totally up to you.
I think you can share your desktop if you want.
Oh, can I?
And then if people want, you can.
All right.
I can go away for a while.
Well, I got to be real careful what I share then. All kinds of stuff up on my desktop. Let's see here. Let me see what I can do. All right, so let's so if I hit the share screen button, oh, okay, so it lets you do an application window. That's mighty nice of it. I'll wait. I've got a copy of the YouTube stream over there, and we'll see what she looks like. Okay, all right. Just making sure I'm doing the right thing here, and I try to park it over here so I can check the comments out. If you got the full game, then you'll see that mission that had the sweeper in it. We exported it from this map. It's called Far York Farm. It had a bunch of other stuff in here too. Some a little towns here that something terrible happened to, and this map's got some straight up breeder creeper and info cache tower, forests, some carbonized leftover farms, other weird things going on here. So that map, I'll just show you how this process works. It's found in the span, and it was this Far York Farm. So if you like that sweeper and you wanted to put it in your own map, then you can come in here, play. Then these key bindings are configurable, but the default is Shift E. If you press Shift E, it brings up the editor button that you can jump into, go to mods, open the manager. There's only one. It's called Far York Farm. You go there and you hit export. You do that, and you'll get yourself a .cpack file. And then you can go to another mission, go to the same place, hit import, and import that CPAC file. And that's exactly what happened in the mission that K75 just streamed. And you'll have a sweeper available to place on your map. You can do that at the beginning of a mission for a brand new map or whatever. In fact, it puts everything in this map there, right? So if you, for whatever reason, you decide you like towers, you can, after you've loaded that, you can come build yourself a little city. Tower 3, you can press the regular key. See at the bottom it says O to rotate, and push O to rotate that guy around. There's our broken tower. So you can build yourself another little city there. And these things are, these custom units are coded up to block creeper, and in theory to occupy space as well. So yeah, you can't land units inside of them and all that. And if creeper flows, we go back here and make a little bit of creeper like that. It doesn't flow through them. It actually flows around them. So they occupy space. Just little touches like that on neat things that are coded into those guys. And that was Far York Farm. Far York Farm. And there's plenty of other ones here. Some of the ones that were in the demo are scattered out through here. Here's your before time and your Mark V sample, and then various missions that were created during the development phase. And this one is the oldest of the missions. It goes back 2.5 or 3 years, but was updated, of course, to work with the final game mechanics. So the very first one, the Forgotten Fortress, I named it that at the beginning because I thought, oh, it'd be cool if there's like a castle on an abandoned world that had been forgotten. And then it turned out that I forgot about this mission and pulled it forward. So it's double meaning for the word forgotten. There's some cool missions in there. And of course, the story tells the full story there. And in our colonies, what have we got showing up? I got some cool maps looking like they're showing up here. I took a screenshot, I believe, in this one and posted it on the Daily Dev blog. There's a lot of really cool looking ones here, though. This one has this. It's this really wide, narrow map, so you can get these. Let's just let it run here. This real long valley. This view that I'm in right now, by the default key binding is Shift F for free view. Again, you can go to the menu and change the settings for those key bindings. Your default view is RTS mode, pan around, zoom in and out at auto angles the camera, but you can go into free view and then use WASD to kind of fly around and get some screenshots or such that you might like. And we'll come around the corner here, and it's a really long map. Oh, and there's the creeper, right? Getting ready to flood through this valley. Yeah, that's flip breeder. That's what that gold-like substance is down there. If creeper's on it, it makes more creeper. If anti-creeper's on it, it makes anti-creeper. We can check out our units in free view. You can dive into the creeper. Things out up close. These models were, you can check the credits, made by Lumo. A lot of these enemy models.
I think it's Lumowise Arts.
Yes, should be in the credits. Yeah, I did a great job on those. I particularly like the animation on the spore launcher, as well as the emitter, how it sort of moves around. Nice big long. Oh, you can see that stuff flooding through the valley. So let me show you this. I know some folks have seen this already, but some folks haven't. So if you want to make a map, go to Mission Editor, create map, my tool map. Start with something average and work your way up to too large.
Please don't make too large maps. They take forever to play.
Yeah, larger is not always better. Usually isn't, right? Because there's just a lot of surface area. You got to use it wisely.
And a lot of people complain about performance because they have lower end machines.
Exactly. So here's the simplest possible map. It's completely empty. Not the most interesting map, although the first time you make a map, you're probably going to want to do this. Remember Shift E, or when you create a map, it comes up in edit mode already. And go to Units, click Emitter, and put one down. Then save. Map probably should be something as simple as this. And you'll say, you know what? I can play that, but it's not the most exciting thing in the world because you either get it contained or you don't. And then you'll start to learn lessons about what makes good maps and not. You may already have a good intuition from playing maps, what might make sense and not. And then you'll learn that there need to be sort of points of interest and interesting terrain and stuff. So next step, of course, start over. You can click this and we can Shift X to delete it. Next step then is like, well, I need terrain. I need something interesting. So there's a magic button here called Fractal All. If you click that button, it makes a map for you. Now that's pretty easy. All you got to do now is like it or not, and if not, click it until you get one that like, yeah, okay, that one, and then you can decide where would you like the player to sort of start. Where's the area with the resources and the safe area, and where should the enemies go? You can put enemies in valleys, or you can put enemies on hills. You can learn the difference, what that means when one's up here versus one down here, and then you can expand and put other enemies, spores and blob nest. Remember, you can rotate, and then you can resources, right? Give yourself some red on, put a mother on here, maybe some objectives. How about a totem, single totem right here? Then go to the game menu and say, what are the objectives? I put a totem, so it's defaulted to activate totems as the only objective, but maybe you want nullify to be an objective. Maybe you want activate totems to be required. So now you have to activate totems to finish the map, and nullifying enemies is optional. Maybe you want to try a game mode that you might not know anything about yet, called hold. These bases that you have to hold. If you lose them, you lose the objective. So if you come in here and say hold and required.
Can you hear me now?
I hear you, yes.
Okay. It seems I was trying to take your little picture off because it overlays the editing menu.
Oh, okay.
And it appears that I can't because it mutes you.
Okay.
So I was wondering if you wanted to call in on Skype and just with voice, and that may carry on the desktop.
You know, people are probably not that interested in this anyway. So
because the editor is fun, but I mean, it just the pictures overlay.
Yeah. I think people.
I tried, but I can't move them. They will not.
Yeah, I mean, this is for a small subset, so I'm going to stop talking about the editor anyway. I just wanted to show some of the.
Okay.
My
apologies.
Cool. Oh no! Thanks for pointing it out, because otherwise people are like, oh, the thing's in the way. His head's in the way. So that's how you get into the editor and how you start making maps and explore some stuff. Let's try this. This is like one of those sci-fi shows or one of the Black Mirror episodes where there's like little biograms on a person, and whether you're saying something good or not, you can see your popularity go up or not. I got a feeling that when I started talking about the editor, my lines all went red. I'm like, oh no, I'm at 3.5 stars now. I can't help it.
Somebody asked a strange question. Is there a feature where you can have terrain heights affected by creeper, anti-creeper? And I don't quite understand that.
Let's see,
would that mean?
Where creeper changes the terrain height, maybe is what they're asking.
Like erodible, where decays the terrain? That's for creeper only. It will cause decay.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, we've got decayable terrain.
Husseini or Odikut, is that what you ask? We have decayable terrain, but I wonder if he's thinking of something else.
Now, for some people who played the earlier demo, go ahead. Were you going to say something about the
GeForce Now question? It comes up from time to time. I have no idea what it is.
GeForce Now? You know, that's invitation only, as far as I can tell. I saw nothing on their website about how to present a game to it. So, and it seems like they're in AAA first-person land a lot with GeForce Now. I could be totally wrong though. If somebody's got a magic link to say this is where you submit your game to get it on GeForce Now, then I'd be happy to look at it.
So, and Husseini Odi could clarify this question about, he said it seems like it's decayable terrain, but it does not build back up at all. There's no restore of the terrain. There's decay of terrain, but no restore of the terrain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would require some scripting some Vorpal in order to build it back up.
Or terps.
Yeah, and you'll see, folks that play the story campaign will see some. They will see some terrain modification controlled by scripts. All right, so I sat here and did nothing to start with. Right, I just built my stuff and let it run, and
Restart.
that's okay. It's how you're supposed to test.
Restart.
And I don't know. Is it even possible to hold the?
It looks like you can hold that tiger out there.
So we want to build a.
Do you want to keep it whole plain?
Refinery here. And I've got 3 available urns, so for sure I'm going to want one of these guys like that.
My gosh, you have a good setup there.
I'm reluctant to build in this valley because I figure it's going to flood over any minute now.
You could rush that ridge and maybe try and keep the valley for yourself.
Yeah, I think it's probably possible to hold this entire ridge.
Okay, excuse me, I'm going to interrupt you. Sanian Creations, yes. There's a big difference between terrain modification in Creeper World 3 and Creeper World 4. Creeper World 3, the terrain, and Knucklecracker, you can correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the terrain was essentially an image, and so you had to recreate the image for every modification of terrain. In Creeper World 4, it's not like that. It's a rendering thing, and just send different rendering commands to the GPU, right?
Right, it's geometry here, so only that geometry has to be modified, and that doesn't incur the same expense that it did in Creeper World 3. So it's a little more efficient to modify terrain runtime here than it was in Creeper World 3. It's not free. Nothing's free. The reason it's not free is because unit line of sight might become occluded or not occluded based on terrain changes. So nearby units have to be informed. But other than that, yeah, it's much more efficient. Creeper World 3 was the terrain was essentially, like you said, an image that was rendered at runtime to look like it had a relief and to have glow and shadows and all that. But it's essentially a giant quad. Well, a series of quads is broken up into smaller images, but same idea. So let me think here. There's a little gap there that's protecting this entire area, but it will not be protected against the things which are coming in.
But the walking monsters.
And I never built a factory. Don't need a factory, maybe. Can stave it off with that. And oh, you know what? I never hooked up to the red on either, so I need to get there and get that.
Aiden Fidget wants to know the price of the game. Are you not on Steam, Aiden?
Or GOG.
Or GOG? It's $22.50. 59? No.
49. 49, yeah. That's on sale for a week. It's $24.99 regularly. Yeah.
Send the 10 cents to me with the postage. With taxes.
Yeah, whatever.
More because in this just the launch discount will be gone.
Yeah, and I can't tell you what your taxes are. It depends on what country and region you're in or state or whatever.
Absolutely.
You know, the laws on that are, it's like they're exactly backwards in the U.S. and Europe. Oh, look at that. All right.
What is backwards?
The laws regarding when to show taxes on a price. In the United States, when you show a price, it cannot include the tax.
Yes.
You must not embed the tax into the price of the product on the shelf. And some other countries, it's like the exact opposite. You must disclose the tax.
Mishi M wants to know, he doesn't tell us what map, but he can't get liftic.
It depends on the map, right? Because
Yeah, Mishi M, you have to tell us what map.
early in the story, there are lifted caches.
And they're liftic caches. And if you destroyed it, maybe, then oof, then you have to rerun it. But tell us which map. It helps. Or go to the Discord. There's like probably 1,000 people in the Discord that'll help you. And they'll look at screenshots and stuff like that. And maybe be happy to help you. In Europe, in Europe, where it's value-added tax, you must show the price with the tax. And it's sales tax. I think sales tax as well. It's just America where the tax is a different thing.
Yeah, you get in trouble if the sales tax is embedded into the product price.
There's VAT, value-added tax, and general sales tax, and there's another.
Yeah.
I think there's another type with description for taxes, isn't there?
Maybe. I don't know.
And value-added. Well, actually, I don't want to talk about taxes.
Right. Yeah, it's the most exciting stream ever.
Yeah, we're talking about taxes. Well, the creep actually.
look at that.
Oh, there you go. You got a missile there.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
For you.
I should be, but because stuff like that happens. Another. This is Chronon, right? It's a little bit laid back.
Chrono?
Yeah, this today.
Okay, cool.
So it's it's more laid back. In fact, I should be able to march right across it.
The creep is taxing, not Texas. Then tax is very close to Texas, and then
Texas,
take offense. That's a good question. Well, Creeper will be 3D forever now. Well, Creeper World 4 will be, yes. Creeper World 3 will not change. And we don't know what will happen after this.
I don't know.
The developer said he wanted a small project.
By small, I mean 2 years or less. Yeah, not a 4-year. I don't need another graduate degree in Creeper World. It's got my PhD in Creeper World at this point.
And you had to retake the rendering portion of the exam.
Yeah. This is my my dissertation. That's the Creeper World 4. I'd like something a little smaller. That doesn't mean it won't be Creeper World related, though, right? It might not have anything at all to do with Creeper World, or who knows? Well, I don't know yet.
Told me once you like to find a physics thing that you're interested in physics. So
yeah, I like folks that know me know this. I like simulations.
Who on earth was that?
I don't know. I just heard a voice in the background. Was that from Discord?
I wish I could. Oh, wait. I'm going to stop my stream, and then you can stream on the. He wants to stream on Discord. So let me disconnect all the Discord folks. Discord folks, actually have a vote on this quickly.
I've actually got a custom model got set up.
Oh, he has that big cannon. Well, you can stream to Discord, and I'll just mute you because
actually, it's the dark theme Lance platform.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what the sound quality is. What happens to you, and we can't hook you into the mainstream. So I'll just disconnect me, and you can go on. Okay. I just disconnected all the Discord people. Sorry, folks. If you're on Discord, you're now cut off.
Oh, if I was actually like seriously playing here, there's the whole mesa just waiting for me up here. But hope I left a spot. Oh, it was because there was a tower there. Let's clean that up.
Mm-hmm.
Rid of him too, and do a little condemn some property and reorganize in favor of some new construction. And the trees grow back when you soil out the area. Let's go nullify this guy. I've got like urns galore. Earn him. And then park him up here. Maybe he'll get a good line of sight. That's not where I wanted him. Just out of range, but that's all right. Oh, wait a minute. There is. Mm-hmm. Little egg sitting there. Let's pull this guy up. See if we can get away with it.
Mishi M says he has the lifting, but it doesn't go into the totem. Well, you have to connect it.
Yeah, you got to make sure you're connected to the source and to the totem, and that the totem's not disabled.
Yeah. Mishim, you're going to have to come to Discord. He says something, and then he said he built it and it worked. Okay, well, that's fine. Problem solved. Today we only handle crash to desktop problems.
All right.
Anything less than that, just reboot your machine. Sorry.
Yeah, even the crash to desktops go away about half the time or more with a reboot.
Yes, that's true.
I can't now tell you the number of email I get.
Yeah, I know. It's funny.
Yeah.
Same thing. I apologize when I tell people that, but it's true.
So does he get any? Yeah, he can shoot over the edge a little bit up here. And
You know what? I kind of, if I can, I try and always nullify the spore towers before I do any other, like the blob nest or something, because then you have a chance still for the spore tower to send the eggs away. So it kind of gives you a random chance to get a little easier time for eggs. Oof, you were taking a lot of hits there.
Yeah, bad blobs.
Bad blobs.
I don't really need this guy just sitting up here. He might as well be over here doing some good, and he's really far in the back.
Blank asked about a mobile version, and the quick answer is really no, because the UI is not geared towards something that doesn't have a mouse and a keyboard.
Right.
And
so
that's also the long answer.
Yeah. So a mobile version of this game, no. A mobile version of some Creeper World game is not out of the question. But it would be designed, I think, to be more appealing to much shorter mission, on a much smaller screen. So think Creeper World 1 style sized missions, but with a more casual bent to it. The reason I've never done mobile is because you think it's hard to break through on desktop. I mean, mobile is a graveyard of failed aspirations. You have a less than 1% chance of success, and it helps if you have an established property with a known name and a fan base, and I do. I have that with Creeper World now, so that would be the only reason I would consider it at this point, is because people would know the game and give it a shot.
Okay. Umbra Phi made a good point that I'm going to actually use. He says, if NASA can solve space problems by doing reboots, there's no shame on a desktop computer. And he's right.
Yeah, that's right. What was the what's the one where they had to wait for a reboot to occur on its own based on probability, because they occur randomly anyway because of cosmic rays or whatever? There was some probe, and they had predicted it would happen within 6 months or 8 months, and it based on statistics.
Was it one of the rovers on Mars?
No, I thought it was something orbital.
Right. Yes, there was one. It was the thing that was going around.
There was something related to the operating system.
Or something.
There's something related to the operating system. They didn't get it patched in time.
Yes. And would do a reset. I vaguely remember something about that. But weren't you the guy that was telling me about on the Apollos or Apollo program, that very strict power budget, and they had to power up in a specific sequence?
Yeah, they go over that in Apollo 13,
the
movie, very well. Yeah, you can't exceed a certain power draw on the startup sequence.
You have to power up your computer like that. I can now power up the fans and now power up the...
Right, if you have to very carefully do it. Well, even cars, it reminds me, people are just used to getting into their fuel-injected car now, and they push a button, and it starts. And it doesn't matter what the humidity is or the temperature or the quality of their fuel. They push a button, it starts.
Yes.
Imagine, I mean, yeah. There used to be chokes. And if it was winter, you better plan ahead. You're going to have a hard time starting it. You know what? I'm just playing so bad here.
Somebody about the graphics. Cormorant 3 wants to know if Creeper World 5 will have better graphics.
Let's say yeah.
Yeah, of course, it'll have better graphics. But what exactly should the better graphics be and do to add value to the game?
Maybe the better analysis is, why does it look the way it looks now? And
a great idea. Talk about that.
Yeah, so it's a combination of factors. The most important ones are, well, we can just sort of look at it here. One is, I have to be able to show, I need to be able to do this on a map that's bigger. That's one constraint. View the entire map from any distance. Remember, a long time ago, or not so long ago, a lot of strategy games, they planted you here at this perspective, and you did this all day long. You would never see the whole map at once. There might be a mini map, but you couldn't do this. So one of my requirements is this, for much larger maps, to be able to see the whole thing in its entirety. So that's one rendering requirement. Anybody who's done this kind of work knows that's one that's tough. It can be. Two, you'll notice when you do this, the map is still viewable as well. There is no fog that fades stuff out at a distance or clipping. It's viewable from any distance. So the entire map is viewable at any point from any perspective at any time. One of the requirements. Everything else comes down to showing layers of information so that you can play the game and find your units and know what's going on. So I end up with an intrinsically high contrast um, design. So it looks a little bit like a Saturday morning cartoon. But I like Saturday morning cartoons, and the reason a lot of kids like them is because they have visual clarity. So the terrain is purposefully not rendered to look realistic with smooth hills and cliffs and camouflaged units and tanks and stuff. As cool as that might be, it kind of gets in the way of that's the creeper, that's red on, and those are the enemies. This is where they're moving. So there's uglifying factors that are put in the game on purpose, but that increase playability because they increase weapon visibility. And even then when it's not good enough, there's ways to flatten anti-creeper, make the creeper transparent to get things out of your way. Because look at all of the layers of information that need to be visible. There's 7 or is it 8 different terrain types. This is only one of them. There's terrain textures, there's terrain height, there's creeper, creeper height, anti-creeper, crimson creeper. So it's a multi-layered problem to solve. The final consideration is that, and I will admit this, I will not sit around and pretend to be an expert at anything ever. Whether I am or not, I'll never claim it because no one knows everything about everything. I'm not an expert at shading and rendering, so it is constrained by my own limitations and capabilities. I know I'm not supposed to say something like that. I'm supposed to pretend to be a sage of all things game making, but every game is made and it conforms to the constraints of the people that make it. It's an engineering problem that has to be solved. And when you set out to build a bridge, you don't have unlimited resources and you don't have unlimited architectural skills either. You work with what you got. So what you see before you in Creep World 4 is the intersection on the Venn diagram of all of those.
To paraphrase Rumsford, you didn't go to development with the skills you hoped to have, but with the skills you had.
Right. You go to war with the army you got. Now, along the way, you do get better, and I could not have. Yeah, and I did. And the reason I say I'll be better in Creep World 5 time frame is I'll be better then too. I'll be writing compute shaders, and I'll know a lot more about color models and color theory than I do now. And I know a lot more about the complexities of modeling. All of these fields, for anybody who's done any of them, they know that they're areas that are each is its own area of study, right? You could spend a lifetime becoming a good modeler, a good animator, a person good at UI design, and people do. They have entire careers, and that's all they do. The challenge for an indie developer is to get good enough at all of it in order to be able to pull something off.
A lot of things.
Yeah, and you might say, well, why don't you work with other people and all that? And I do, right? I didn't make the music. Connor did. He did a great job. I didn't do the enemy models. I did most of everything else, though, with a lot of feedback along the way, of course. But one of the reasons I don't, it's not because I'm antisocial. I mean, I was VP of engineering for a public traded company for many years. I know how to work with other people. It's because I don't want to right now. I want the challenge of trying to be good enough at all these different things.
I think the one thing that what you said is all very true and nice, and I agree with you. The other thing you missed, I thought, was earlier on we talked about technical limitations on many games limit how many units has on the map, and it has to do with the complexity of rendering them. And zoom out, then they're suddenly flat. They just little decals on the map.
Right, and that's a perfectly legitimate strategy that once you zoom out, that it switches to another mode. Supreme Commander, Total Annihilation, a lot of games did that sort of thing. They have to. You zoom out and it becomes an iconographic view. You don't get this, you get just an icon representing it. There's nothing wrong with that if it works for the game. Then that's a good solution. What am I doing? I'm not
You're not building.
I'm just not doing anything.
I was sitting here watching when you're going to build it.
What am I? What did I build this thing here for? What? So this is when everybody starts screaming, "What is that idiot doing?" Let something get out of control, and now the thinnest creeper can cause you problems. That one's gone, so I can move him up now.
Cormorant, I
Yeah.
just wish I could package that reply, and every time somebody asks about the graphics, I could just replay that answer, because we get it a lot, and I know the graphics are not super slick, but I don't honestly think it affects how you play the game at all. And frankly, I mean, if you look at stuff, Civilization, in my mind, did this. They went, and the gameplay did not change dramatically between Civilization 1 and whatever the latest version is. But the animations and the models are fantastic. But is it really better? I don't, honestly, I haven't played the last since Civilization 4, because it's the same game.
Yeah, I mean, people lump games together, right? All games are games, um, but they differ more than books, or as much as books and movies and arts and entertainment does in any genre. You talk to a layperson who doesn't play video games or certainly make them, and they just think, oh, it's video game. Video games are video games. They're all the same. There is as much. I mean, there's a vast difference, not just in the scope of its content between something like Cyberpunk and Creep World 4, as there is between any two things in the world. They're both games. They might entertain similar groups of people, but they do so in completely different ways, and they're also manufactured in ridiculously different ways. A game like Cyberpunk or Grand Theft Auto, any open world game, involves huge amounts of asset modeling, creation, story, right? I mean, the artists, the composers, the modelers. I've got everything over here. I know I haven't got him. Um, they work ridiculous numbers of hours to create all of that beautiful content that you see in those games. And a game like Creeper World is designed around. This is going to sound terrible, but it's designed around a mathematical algorithm, right? It's designed around a simulation that if you happen to take either thermodynamics or differential equations class when you're in college, you'll say, "Oh yeah, that's what he used in that game." That that that's the nugget that gets grown out. It's Dijkstra's algorithm or A-star algorithm for routing. It's ray casting, how to figure out the intersection of a line with triangles for unit picking. It's scheduling. There's a whole set of really interesting technical algorithms that are packaged together to make this simulation that you see in front of you, and that's different than taking a very sophisticated engine, first person rendering engine, and creating a massive story and a massive amount of content for it. Some of those big titles can be made with 3 developers or 5 developers on a team, and they take care of the engine, and then there are dozens and dozens, hundreds of people making all the content. This is the complete opposite of that. It's almost all the work goes into the coding. And I'm sorry, when I start talking, I talk too much, and then I don't know what I'm doing. I go blind. All I see are the images that I'm imagining. I don't know what's in front of my face, and I got these bombers just sitting over here.
Almost, it actually whittled that creeper down significantly.
Get these guys up here.
I saw. There was a question I saw that I thought we should answer, but now it scrolled away. I'm just scrolling back to see if I can find it. Gosh.
All right, now it's finally the final assault. As laid back as I've been about this mission, a lot of people play this way. They don't get in a hurry. They don't need to get in a hurry. They don't want to get in a hurry. They just sort of enjoy the ride. There's nothing wrong with that. And then their opposites are people who sit here and do this. All
They
right, I
plan
want to move him
everything.
here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's 5 frames now. You know, sit there and tap in the frame advance like a game of chess. This guy here, what in the world?
I'm really
Oh,
sorry. There was a question I thought deserved some answer, and I just cannot for the life of me find it now. They scroll too fast. Oh, Andon Hume asked, do the trees have any purpose beside looking cool?
they
Yes,
do.
the trees are eco. They give
Look at
you
that,
tiny bits of energy.
that number right there.
And for,
If you so if you have trees in your soylent area, they give you a bonus point
and for the
3
longest
advantage.
period of time, we thought there'd be more to the game in that area of trees and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But now I think if ever you're going to add it to something else. And then there was a question about DLC. And the DLC for this game is actually just the sound, just the
Just the
soundtrack
soundtrack,
with
exactly.
an extra bonus track on it. Track that you can't hear if you buy the game. So if you
Yep.
buy the soundtrack, you can stream and get a little sound surprise, ear candy.
Mm-hmm. And I'll tell everybody who's listening another little inside story about that. There was a debate. You know, I talked to you about it a lot. What should this game cost? And you know, if I was Jeff Bezos, the game would be free, right? Because I'd be doing it as a labor of love, and I wouldn't need any money to pay for anything. But I'm not, so I have to charge money for it. But I don't want to charge more money than I have to.
I remember the time when you came and said to me, you have to charge this price because you find out other people eat 3 meals a day.
Yeah, imagine that. And actually, I do only eat twice a day. It's that's another story. Uh, but the 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 game was always going to cost less than $30 or less. Let's just say 30. You know, there's these they're called the magic numbers, $29.99. That's $30. It was always going to be $30 or less. And I had decided, well, maybe the game should cost $30 because it's a certain kind of specialist who plays the game anyway. And I don't have the kind of sales that Flappy Bird is going to have, right? I'm not going to have 5 gazillion people all download the game. It's going to be somebody who likes strategy games and likes these games in general. And they tend to be a little more mature. They tend to be a little more intellectual. They just do. I mean, that's been shown to me, proven to me at least by the comments I see on my game versus a lot of others. Nothing wrong with other games. It's just the natural flow of how people migrate. Anyway, it was always going to be $30, and I said, well, maybe I can get it down. Maybe 25 is actually the better number. So I split it up, right? So it's $30, but it kind of got split up into the soundtrack and the game. And for people where every little dollar counts, and there's a lot of people in the world where, or whatever your currency is called, where it counts a lot, and they work really hard for it, and it's a lot. I tried to get it down, so that's why it's $25 for the game and $5 for the soundtrack. I've split that out. So I'm doing a horrible job of eliminating these eggs. I am eliminating them, but I got bombers that are over here. Some sightseeing duty. They need to be bombing in this area. I could Is there a way to? There is if I do this. I'm like super wasteful with an urn. I don't need to build more units. Probably. And I could have saved everybody this torture, right? Because I could have left as soon as I hit reclaim. I don't have to be doing this. I can at least get the totem, I guess. This little guy here.
Somebody asked again about Mac support a little while back. Sorry. We've gone over that earlier in the stream. The short answer is it'll take until next year sometime for Knucklecracker to upgrade to a different level of Unity. And after that, he evaluate how difficult or easy.
And I'll evaluate it. It's primarily driven by their switch in architecture. I don't want to do an Intel build of the game only and then find out there's problems with emulation, or that, Apple's really aggressive about making old software just not work and giving you a whole like 3 months to deal with it sometimes. So I didn't want to end up in that situation. A lot of older Macs or even newer Macs have very low power GPUs. I know their new laptops that are coming out and their new Mac Mini even are pretty good, get a lot of good reviews, and they have more capable GPUs. And I am interested in that. It's just too new, and I didn't want to get, I just couldn't afford the time to devote to it right now. Yeah, I'm whittling it down at last here. Let's zip on in there a little bit. What? No!
Again?
All right, I'm going to do it. What happened? Go to the end. Rewind the tape. A spore?
Where did the spore land?
Right there.
Oh, there.
How? Yeah, I just like.
Did you have any missiles?
No, that's my fault. Totally. I was so lucky it didn't land right here, right? And take out that.
Well, it's not over yet. It'll take out a few more things.
Yeah, in fact, I should probably.
If I cut the video images, you can show people. Oh, I can't. This is really annoying. For all the great things at Restreamers, there's a bunch of things they really need to add, like for us to move the thumbnail images.
Oh, our little people, our little heads.
Yes.
I make this thing bigger.
And I can't, if I cut them, then it cuts the sound and everything that goes with them. Oh, actually, I think I remembered yesterday. I think if I did it right, the forum should have colonies available to everybody, not just to the beta testers.
Okay.
Check that.
Yeah. Cool. Boy, I know not what I do here.
What are you doing?
Well, it's nothing very well, it would seem. Oh my gosh.
I think you should go up the hill and sort of come around down. You're building too close to that. Oh, it's just a dark tower, so
it's a dark tower. But an egg went there, and
sort of dissipates, and then
I was getting too Like,
Too cocky.
yeah, too confident. And see if I can take him out.
Do you have AC bombers there?
I don't, so I've like done nothing with anti-creeper, right? I should have.
I don't think you're as fond of anti-creeper as some of us are.
That would have made a bigger difference if I could just get these guys built. Have enough ordnance in range to defend them long enough for them to get
Oh boy,
built.
if it sells 1 billion copies, that'll be wonderful, but thank you. I don't think any game has ever sold 1 billion copies.
1 billion? No, not 1 billion. Minecraft's pretty far up there. I think it might have actually turned a profit for Microsoft at this point. All right, he's done. He's done. These eggs are going to be a problem big time. I need to get some stuff in range. I didn't quite turp the area big enough to. I go on a little bit of a suicide run here. Let's redeploy all bombers. Saturate the area. He is holding his health, shockingly. He won't when those eggs pop. Now they're going to pop. At least one at a time. Fine. Yep. And again. And again. And that's it. And now for the absolute completionist, you might say, wait a minute, there's 22.14 creeper left on the map. And I think I see it. I bet you this is it right here. There's no built-in achievement for this, but I'm sure somebody will make a custom achievement that becomes quite common. You can set it so that it's reclaim. You can make reclaim require 100% elimination. So you can kind of do it built in at one point. So now you're like, oh no, where is that? This is why I don't necessarily like 100% unless the map's particularly designed for it. And there is one of the maps I did was done this way, but it's done with a completely visibly concave map, so there's no little crevice for creeper to hide in. So somewhere on this map is 1.03 creeper, and it's in a stable area, so it's probably a little crevice or something. Does that look a little blue? Maybe. That's it right there. Right there. There's a tiny little alcove right there.
Are you going for complete eradication of all creeper?
It's really hard to get a bomb exactly on it. That took it down to point. So that was it. Somewhere else is 0.02 creeper, somewhere on this map. And that will be left as an exercise for later.
Isn't it in the corner?
Here?
The other one, the right corner, sorry. No. I only see a small picture, so.
I need to write a console script. I'm not going to bring up an editor because I'm going to actually post to the jump.
Make a save. You can make a save.
Let me do that. Let's
and the save
and let me go ahead and do my jump so that I can
post a score. A celebratory
so I can
score.
post a score, yeah.
Probably the only score we're going to see from you.
So For nullification, though, a lot of people did it all. For totems, well, a lot of people haven't played today's Chronom at all yet. They're probably
Well,
going through the story.
yeah, they have to work their way through the story first.
Yeah, yeah. So, yeah, I'm not going to do this on the stream. I'm not going to write the script that does it, but I could. You can bring up the editor, and the editor has under mods the Forpal console, and you can come in here and write a script that runs while the game's running. So I could write a script that would scour the map for me and tell me
Come
the
on, write the
coordinates.
script. We all want you to write the script.
Two nested do loops with a call to get creeper.
For it.
Yeah, I mean,
Come on.
we have 1,097 people watching on Steam right now.
They want to see you write the script.
They don't want to see me write two nested do loops.
Two nested do loops and an if and then an output to the console.
Yeah, actually, you know what? I could do it with one call. There's get deepest the coordinates for the deepest
Okay,
creeper
go.
on the
There
map.
you go. Go.
They won't see my editor though because I'm sharing for the application. But and I've got to look up what that is. Let me do this. So new, we're gonna call it deepest. And they can't see this because I'm sharing just the application right now.
You want to share your desktop? Oh man!
Let me leave that animated.
If you send the script to me afterwards, I'll put it up on I'm sharing.
Okay, all right. And you know what I need to do? I need to go here.
No, you know what? Send me the save. I'm going to do it so that people can see because can go to the wiki and find that and everything.
Okay, so you want to do it then?
Yeah, why not?
I'll send you the save. Okay, all right. Save. Let me grab the save.
You should stop sharing your screen after I get my screen up.
Yeah, you can take it from me, right? You can just share and cut me off, or I can. Or do you have it? Are you ready to go?
Yeah, I've just switched back to my.
Okay, I just stopped sharing.
And it disappeared. Excuse me. So, folks, you're going to see all the other sausages made, right? So,
Well, it's funny on that map since I just riffed out, all the energy just went offline, and of course, the entire map's failing and everything's getting blown up right now. Creeper 4,
find the
and the saves under saves, Chronom, and today is December 3rd. I should remember that date. It's been etched into my head now for the last few months as the deadline. And let me zip this over to you. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to download it.
All right.
And I'm going to drop it right into the documents and my games. Where's my games? I don't know. Where are my games? Saves. Chronom. And oh, you just gave me the save? You didn't zip it up. Okay, no problem. Don't worry.
Right. Yeah, it's just the raw save. Yeah. You could probably just load it as a loose file.
I wasn't going to do that. I will just make where is it? It's right at the bottom. So I'm going to make another folder here. See if I can fake this game out. New folder. Chronom. You know how good my typing skills are, right? Chronom. December 3, space 2020. That spelling look right to you?
Chronom, December 3rd. Yeah.
Oh, look.
Yeah, you already have one. Yeah, probably.
Cool. Control X. Cut. Well, there we go. Now if I go there, I should have it. Oh,
Yeah, you've got the save there. Yeah, there you go. Yep, there it is.
And now I'm going to bring up the editor.
Oh, wait a minute. It says, well, unpause it. Let's let let's wait. Yeah, okay, there it is. 0.02. Yep.
0.02 what?
In the creeper graph, 0.02 creeper. It just loaded and said 0 because that creeper graph is calculated over a couple second average.
Mm-hmm.
So
Now I'm going to go to the editor, shift edit. Mods, photo console, make a new script, and we're going to call it find creeper.
right, I can tell you the API that you're going to want, but you can bring up.
I don't want an update package. I'm upset with the people.
Right.
The product.
Now you can hit your info button and go to the Forple page.
Why they're so slow to load?
Now just Control F and search for Max Creeper. Yeah, there you go. Get Max Creeper cell. Right there. There's an example.
And now I just want to.
And you can do a trace all SP on cell X, cell Z. Trace all with spaces. Do it on a separate line, like you were doing originally, because they come out in stack order. This will just be a little clearer. Then cell X, cell Z, yeah, inside parentheses. Mm-hmm. Yeah, get rid of your trace all on line 3. Yeah. And the trace just means write it to the console log, and all means everything on the stack, and SP means add spaces in between. So that's just a debug line, basically. You save that, compile it, and then got a little extra parentheses on the end there left over from the trace all. Yeah, run it once. That's all you got to do. That one, yeah. 139 by 85. And your coordinates are displayed in the lower left. So 139 by 85. Oh, is it all the way on the top edge? It's past that edge, isn't it? Yeah, I bet you it's hiding out in there.
It's probably. It's right there.
Ah.
Oh,
it's caught, but it's caught. Yeah, you can see it.
It's caught in that thing, so I will find.
It's caught between the edge of that shield and that terrain cliff. You might can turn that totem off, and it might evaporate.
Send them water there; it'll take care of it.
It would, yeah. If you turn the shield off, it might evaporate because it would flow. It's being constrained right now.
It must be the number 5 most asked question: Mac or Linux releases.
And pop.
There we go.
There you go. Now that deserves its own special objective achievement, right? Scripting to find the last 0.02 creeper on the map.
Yeah, there we go. So that's really how cool it is. So what else have I got it by? Since I'm here now, my fade radars. I wonder if the stuff still work. Just run it to see.
Yeah, try it. See what happens. Yeah, there you go. Got a little radar image there.
Radar, yeah. This is a little radar screen of the map, but it doesn't rotate as smart as a mini-map. My skills are far less inferior.
It was a completely handwritten script that's drawing that.
You can see that should map the terrain of the map.
Yeah, you can see that mesa on the left and the contour lines.
So now, what else have I got? Clear raster. Let me see if this still works. It's clearer. Yep, that clears it. Where's my... Where did I put the thing with the alphabet? I keep wanting to show that off. Oh, 16 segment display. Here we go. Oh no, it's broken. I guess this was, we need to
Could be.
It's because the vector stuff came in. Oh no, look there, it's written there.
Yeah, it showed some stuff though. There's something going on.
Not all of it.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Some of the list broke and other bits didn't break. That's a way to talk to your other people if you make a map for them. Very able.
You can if you want to. You can put up a little display there, like a hardware display.
Yes. Lots of code. This is.
Yeah, look at that.
This is just to get this is a table of characters. It's actually not that much code once you look at it this way. I took a while to work this out though. A couple of hours. You know, it's intrusively loud. Okay, well, anything else?
I guess not. I guess we've done it. So it's been 3 hours and 20 minutes.
Yep.
So that's a long stream. That's a long time for introverted developer types to sit around.
Yeah, and especially ones whose wife promised him, what was it called again? The biscuit and chicken thing?
Bojangles.
She won't let you have it most days, so.
Right, yeah. Yeah, it's about that time, I think. So yeah, it's been great. It's been cool. Game's doing great so far. I think a lot of people are looking at it, hopefully enjoying it. And yeah,
and
it's just the beginning. It's just the beginning. I'm going to be doing some more stuff, and I'll be hanging out on Discord, and there'll be some updates in the coming days and weeks. Yep. For me, and there'll be new maps every day from other people, I'm sure.
We hope the community will start putting up maps. And if not, then play the Mark V and the Chronoms. Grabs have worked out some Discord type of competition. I don't know if it's for persistence or for good scores, but there are some competitions on the Discord. And if you need help with making maps, I guess there's going to be a bunch of people. And end of December, you're going to open the wiki so people can get to the Forple doc?
Yeah.
Okay, so
it might be even sooner. Yeah, I'm going to update those here in the next few days with the current state, and then let some beta people take a look at it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so soon, very soon.
Bye, folks.
All right. Thanks, everybody, for watching. Thanks for your congrats and for your purchases. It's much appreciated.